Alrighty, there we go. That should be live for the audio finally. Took us a second, but
We're live?
we should be live.
Hi.
We should be live. I'm not entirely sure if I'm feeling alive, but that's okay. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Odin,
Hi, I'm Felicia.
and welcome to the Monday Odin Makes live stream, where Felicia and I are going to continue putting together the Proton Pack, which is going to be fun because I got to look at some Proton Packs this weekend.
So you got inspired?
I got a little inspired. I also went, all right, we need to change the lights. And
We need to change the lights?
probably.
Okay.
We can try doing something else first. But, and then in the mad rush to try and get the stream going, I started it up as a public stream right off the bat. So we actually have a few extra guests today. I'm not going to restart the stream. I'm not going to kick out anybody who was there that quick to jump right in on the stream. So
Welcome.
You guys who are getting a little bit of extra right now, typically at this point, welcome is the first thing. So you guys, welcome to all my faithful patrons. Welcome to Ace and Cheese, who I got to hang out with for the past 72 hours, because it feels like I've only been back in the shop for about 15 minutes. Welcome. I've been back a little longer than that.
Have you slept?
Yes.
Okay.
I got picked up from the airport, and I was able to say, well, I should go to bed because the stream starts in 8 hours. Hi! So for those of you who jumped right on when you saw that there was a stream going, typically this portion of the program is set aside specifically for my Patreons, for people who are part of my Patreon, faithful Patreon crowd. Thank you, guys. It isn't necessarily an exciting part of the show. It's reserved, so it's easier for us to directly talk to you guys, see what your comments are, and get a little more weekly one-on-one where you actually get a chance to talk directly with Felicia. You can talk directly with me, because we're both on Discord pretty much the whole week as well, so we can chat that way. But this is we're actually talking to you. So good morning, everyone. And what was amazing is Nice Demon Queen right off the bat gave us a little dancing corgi and a $2.99 super chat. So thank you, Nice Demon Queen. I appreciate Nice Demon Queens.
Says, how's it going? It's going well, thank you. The little corgi.
Oh, the little corgi says, how's it going? So I'm looking for, where is it?
Yeah.
And, oh wow. Yep, Nice Demon Queen's first one in saying hi. And Chloe is, we're not unlisted. It's like, well, we're unlisted now, so. For now. At noon, we'll kick back over. In fact, I was trying to do an Instagram post to let everyone know, to advertise, and hey, we're doing a stream today at noon. And my phone was being a jerk.
Technology.
Jonathan Wiesner, hey guys.
Hello.
Moon Eyes 2K is here. Blaze Emily's is here. The real Malky. I remember that name. Will Connors, James Allen, Alan Adams. I'm here, I think. Yeah, Alan, I'm right there with you. That's Ace. Got to hang out with Ace for
nice.
the whole weekend. Super nice guy.
Did you give him some stickers of his art?
I gave him some stickers of his art. I autographed some stickers of his art for him.
That's cool.
Yeah. And Cheeseaholic is also, I'm sort of here. Who is the other fellow that came by? Yeah. So I was at a con over the weekend. I'll try to keep this real short, because all of you who are on Patreon, not only did I post a fairly long, happy post directly to Patreon, but you saw a lot of updates happening live of the con on the Discord. For those of you who aren't on the Discord and want to see all the behind-the-scenes photos, the additional photos that Cheeseaholic and Ace took, hey, patreon.com/Odin Makes, jump in at the Discord level. Not only do we get into the live streams for free, but you can scroll back up the con photos and see a ton of additional photos, most of which I didn't take, so I'm not even really able to post them anywhere else, which is okay. My favorite one is looking under the skirt of R2-D2.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's not super easy to see in the picture, but there was members of the R2 Builders Club there, and they also had a mouse droid and a chopper from Rebels, and they were working on an R5 unit, but it's not quite R5 because he's got the cone head. Okay, well R5 has got a cone head, but he's got the faceted, small, sharp cone head that was like an Imperial droid in Star Wars. Anyway, they were working on that, but he wasn't rolling around yet. The R2 that I'm looking at the picture, full aluminum. All the parts are rolled aluminum, laser cut aluminum, machined aluminum.
I'm
He weighs
jealous.
like 200. Oh yeah. And the guy was super happy to pull things off and show me how stuff worked, and talked about how, oh no, the little readouts in R2's cheek and the back of his head, those aren't LED matrices directly. They're fiber optic like they were in the movie, down to colored LEDs instead of a color wheel.
I wonder if it was practically easier that way.
At
Or
the-
they just were really trying to be true to the character.
he was trying to be true to the character, because what happens, I mean, you could program it if you wanted to, but what happens with those little cheek matrices, the colors kind of transition from one to the other. They don't just blink on and off. And the old school way of doing it is you would have a series of colored lights that are separated, right? Or no, you just have a light source and you have a wheel that's got gels on it.
Yeah,
And
those would
then
twirl.
that just twirls in between the two, so you get that sparkly effect that moves around. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he did that.
That's awesome.
You know, the R2's arms open. He didn't have servos on them yet, but they could open, and he had panels that could open. He was working on it. It was really cool.
Yeah, I got to see droids up close one time
Mhm.
when we were filming in this movie theater, and they had them on loan for a special event. But it wasn't what we were doing. They were just at that movie theater, and we were filming overnight, so we had access to the whole theater.
Oh,
And they were really cool. They were right there. I had to take some pictures with
oh,
them.
of course,
but
yeah.
they're magical in real life. So I
They
can
are.
imagine if they actually like squeaked and moved.
Oh yeah, he did all of it. R2
Yeah,
was,
light,
yeah.
squeaks, moves, all
Squeaks,
of those
moves,
things.
Chirped, spun his head, screamed. He
Just
had
being able to poke it is amazing, you
right.
know. But
He was metal to the touch. Take off the back panel, and he had a special spot where the restraining bolt was, and there's a magnet on R2's chest, so he could attach the restraining bolt like he had on the farm. Yeah,
little details that just make you click.
yeah.
Poke.
And R2 wasn't super filthy Dagobah dirty, but he was, he had a good healthy dusting. He wasn't brand new, which was really nice. And there was a dent on his forehead, and I was looking at this going, this probably isn't an accident from shipping him around. The guy was like, oh no, that one's screen accurate. He beat R2.
I love it.
Right?
Because you don't want to break the new thing, but also
No.
it gives you more character.
Yeah, it needs to look used. And anyway, super respect to the R2D2 builders out there. I've always admired them, but now I got to admire one way up close, and oh yeah. It was funny. We were in an older hall, and it had a pretty bumpy threshold between the tile hallway and the carpeted con floor. So R2 would come up to it. He had to spin around because his drive wheels were the two wheels, and then back himself up onto the carpet. Then he could spin around again. He didn't have with the way he didn't have enough go to bump his third wheel over the.
I'm imagining a
Threshold.
Roomba trying to figure that out. 'Cause
Right.
those things aren't that smart.
Mouse droid was great. Alan Adams, I'll make sure to get all those pictures to you, especially the way up close picture of you and R2. Thank you. Yeah, Ace. Both Ace and Cheese took a ton of pictures, but Ace was definitely the one that was with his own phone just constantly, and they. I'm sorry, everyone. We have delicate ears. They both had shit-eating grins the entire weekend. It was great. So, one of the things I was going to try and do, and my phone wasn't behaving, was actually post to Instagram, oh, hey, we're live. So, let me see if I can
We're
get
gonna
that
do
post
that
to work.
live while we're live.
We're going to do that live while we're live. It's still
Saying
half
that
an
we're
hour
gonna be
before.
live.
It's still half an hour before we go to being unlisted again. We're also probably part of a playlist, so we might actually have extra people there too.
Cool.
Yeah. Hello, phone. Oh wow, my phone is not cooperating.
Have you updated lately?
Not intentionally. So how was your weekend?
It's blurred by like it didn't happen. I'm not ready for the week to start yet.
Yeah.
Just barely started appreciating it as soon as it's over.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Which just sounds like I'm,
Yeah.
mimicking you, parroting what you're saying, but yeah, it was the con went by quickly, but also slowly enough that I don't feel like I missed it, if that makes any sense.
Makes complete sense.
Because I never really caught myself going, it's only one, but I also never caught myself, Jesus, it's 5. So it was a really good pace.
Nice.
Which, Creators Con, everyone. I was in Oklahoma City this last weekend. It was, it was a brand new con. It was a little con. It was a great con. I got to talk to Evil Ted Smith, and I got to talk to Stephen K. Is it really Evil Ted Smith and Stephen K. Smith? Yeah. All of a sudden I'm confusing myself. But, they were both there, so the 3 of us were there. And I think one of the really fun little things that happened was that night we're all sitting around and they're starting to do cosplay karaoke, and Waluigi's just belting out Bohemian Rhapsody in character. Suddenly Steve gets a text from Bill Duran. It's like, why the hell are you guys in Oklahoma? That's all Bill said. So Steve's response was, why aren't you in Oklahoma? Yeah, it was really cool. Jeff says he wants to do it again next year, and there's a darn good possibility it's going to be a 2-day con, and he's looking for a slightly better venue. So, yeah. But what he got put together in the short amount of time that he wanted to do it was really impressive. He had a lot going on. He packed a lot into the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it was enjoyable and well paced, so
Yeah.
bravo.
Bravo! Instagram is just not going to behave. It's still, it's still processing.
No live stream today for the or post.
Let me turn. Maybe is it that I'm?
Are you on airplane mode?
No.
Okay.
But I'm going to see if changing which Wi-Fi network. Well, removing the Wi-Fi network that I'm attached to, if that's going to help. And no, it's still just being a pain in the. So one of the things that I got to do at the con, and I got to see up close, and I actually got to talk to the guys, and it was really fun because either they were super cool about it, or they didn't know who I was, and so they were happy to just talk to me about their stuff and really detail about what they're doing, and said, well, you know all this, right? And it was really cool. It's like, oh wow, this is nice. There was the Ghostbusters group out there, the Oklahoma Ghostbusters.
Okay.
And they had Proton Pack set up, and the guy's like, yeah, this one's, mine's a pretty faithful 1984 version. It's still got, his own customizations to it, but, and then the other guy has more of the Ghostbusters too, but it's still even more customized. And they actually had a 2016 Proton Pack, and they had an Afterlife Proton Pack. So I'm looking up close to the 84 one, and the Cyclotron, because I'm going to assume this fellow was accurate, because just looking at the parts that he had and the fact that he found the right valves that go on it. Some of the pokey out cylinder things are scientific valves for adjusting flows, like tri-valves and things.
Okay.
It's like, I'm sure you've got the right light bulbs in it, because it was 4 flashlight bulbs, not LEDs. That was running the.
It's 1984.
Yeah, it's 1984.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's just a single point of light, and we put 2 LEDs in each one. Well,
It's gonna look bright.
it'll look bright, yeah, but it'll have 2 points of light, not just one. But anyway,
That's irritating you.
a little bit.
We should fix it.
Maybe. I'm also wondering if we could diffuse it a little bit. Put maybe put a reflector piece or like a prism piece or something in there that'll help just change it up.
Make it light
Right.
as opposed to.
Make it light as opposed to 2 points of light. Yeah.
Is that gonna be more work than just bringing it back down to 1?
We could.
Is it more work to work around what we've done, or just?
Just to go backwards. No, not
Yeah.
go backwards. So just fix what we did. It's probably faster. Just fix what we did.
But it wouldn't be as bright.
It wouldn't be as bright, and if we leave it the way it is, and if we put the LEDs in, not just square or all askew. If we put them in like this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 when it's running, and it might have a slightly better.
Because it'll
within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really do like that.
Okay.
Because if we can pyramid it, just bend them in half, because there's only 2 in each.
Oh, we can do that too.
Then it would be reflecting on our sides.
That would probably do quite a bit, actually. Yeah, let's do that. No, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll figure this out live.
I like the way you're thinking.
Okay. But Cyclotron, we're slowly
Cyclotron.
getting it. I
We're slowly getting it.
do have a
I'm
screenshot
copying you
from the
again.
movie where I was watching the movie and I took my phone out and took a picture of the screen as in
Okay.
when they were on the advertisement of the Proton Packs.
Right. Is this the magazine cover?
Yeah, the magazine
Oh,
cover.
yeah, that Omni magazine cover I loved.
So we can always just take a peek at that.
Oh, Mr. Rooster. Sad to say that Mr. Rooster's Godzilla project might not last long. Life is getting in the way. Ah, well, if you can, just box it up and keep it safe. And, Godzilla can wait.
But also, you've done it this far. The next time you attempt it, it'll come back as... It'll go faster the second time. Hopefully.
Moon Eyes is chiming in saying that if we diffuse it, we can always pull the diffusion off. But if we undo the LEDs, that's a lot harder to fix.
Okay, so there you go.
I also like Felicia's idea of, we'll just peek them, and then they'll reflect off the sides. And that sounds like
And
a
then
really
we're
good
in a
idea.
curved atmosphere.
Alan
It's not
Adams, the
basically point
Ghostbusters
blank.
were incredible! Yeah, they were. Sorry.
I take too many photos. Jeez, I'm not seeing that screen.
Chloe Incarnate. Can we just all agree that Ghostbusters 26 didn't happen? Please? Can
Wait. What?
2016.
Yeah, I thought we already did. Like, what are you talking about?
There was one person there, and she... which was the Egon character? I don't remember her name right now, but she had the glasses, she had the hair, she had the jumpsuit, she had the proton pack with a wire mesh on it. It's like, okay, I did not appreciate the movie, but my God, I can appreciate her dedication and accuracy to putting together her Ghostbusters outfit and her proton pack. And for that, I don't want to pretend like the movie didn't happen.
It's
I'm
an
happy to
obscure
say
alternative
it's not
universe.
my favorite. Right, there you are. Yeah, it's an alternate reality.
It's not the same universe. It's a
Yeah.
different universe.
It is.
It's not the same series.
Right.
Yeah, it's its own standalone.
But it was also, it couldn't even make up its mind what it was, which was like kind of annoying. Because I'm watching it and there's graffiti for Ghostbusters everywhere. And there's this kind of thinking like something might have happened once in the past, but they discovered all this new stuff on their own and they're doing their whole new own thing at the same time. It's like,
I don't
what?
think I kept that much of it in my memory.
Oh, okay. I couldn't figure it out.
Jeez, I'm not finding my screenshot of that.
James Allen. Wait, there was a Ghostbusters 2016 movie? Nah, don't worry about it. It was like a TV movie. Don't worry about it.
No.
Oh yeah, Black Region Art is saying, I want to see Bill Duran there if they do it next year. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was, and I would love to see Bill Duran. Cool, so Black Region Art, you were there. Cool.
Okay.
Let me look at... Oh, that's, okay. I'm not remembering who you were by name, but Arf Hamsander was there. And I just now finally realized that Arf is a patron, because I never connected his name with the username. I just always enjoyed...
Right? There's so many names.
Yeah, because, Hamsander is a fantastic name. But he showed up as in his Heavy Mandalorian cosplay, which was fully decked out. And he wanted me to sign the underside of his gun, which was cool. And he looked great. And the fact that Ted wants to build one, and then Jerry Built Props, who was Captain Splody until about last week, also is in process of building one. It's like, well, this is really cool. It took a whole bunch of pictures of Arf's cosplay.
Right. What problems did you run into? What am I gonna get?
Right. And the fact that we can just talk to him now, that's really cool.
Right. That helps a lot.
Looking. So, Chloe, once again, I forgot to include the links for all the stuff on Teespring. So, let me just say on air, hey, if you want to get yourself an Odin Makes t-shirt, the Odin Makes Mechagodzilla t-shirt with art designed by Ace right here in the chat, then please check out the links that are all over the place. It's the teespring.com/Odin Makes thing that Chloe probably just posted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste that link into the description of this video so it's easier to find that stuff. And any additional support you may feel like you could be generous about would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, Alan says, that man don't rocked. Yeah, it did. Do we introduce the name? Oh, by name. Oh! Black Region Art. Oh, okay. Yeah, you stuck around like the whole time, right? I remember you sat in the front row off to my right when I was giving they each gave us an hour to get up and talk. right?
Okay.
And so Steve got up and talked about the business of prop making and the business side of making videos. And Ted did his tried and true helmet demo where he got up and cut and made and did a helmet and then gave it out to someone. So then it's like, okay, Odin. It's like, oh, yeah. Well, this is how I started, and it was a stream of consciousness, and I answered questions, and I talked about...
So like the...
Yeah, it was a live stream, which I was kind of thinking, well, I decided how I could get started. I tried to remind myself that these people are there and happy and excited to see me, and actually it's a smaller audience than I have right now. And I had no reason to have stage fright, but it did, and because public speaking freaks me out still. No, it was fun, and I was assured that it was an enjoyable ramble that I did.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was very cool.
Yeah, just don't think about how many people are watching all over the world
Or
right now, judging silently.
Judging silently, or the fact that this is being recorded, and a year from now, somebody can come back and look at this again and go, "Oh, Odin has stage fright." It's like, oh yeah, every dang time.
Shh, it's a secret.
It's a secret. Shh. Oh, I like Jerry Rig Props is saying, yeah, I'm gonna make a cosplay and enter it in the Dublin Comic Con cosplay in Atlanta in August. And I'm gonna win it, god damn it. Yeah, you probably will. If that's I bet you will. Right. Alan Adams was saying that Bruce. So there was a cosplayer there by the name of Bruce, and I don't remember his cosplay handle, if he even has one. He may just be Bruce. And then Cheeky Cheetah cosplay, who debuted her Loki Empress cosplay.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
That was quite impressive.
And both of those guys are really detail and texture oriented with their cosplays.
Oh yeah, because that's where you really get difference between cosplay and costume.
Yes.
Is when you get into the textures, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Because costumes, it's off the, you can pull it off the rack. It's close enough.
Right.
It's a costume. It's fine.
It's a costume. No, you're right. Here, I'm just imitating you like I sometimes do when I'm tired. Hey, I'm tired. Bruce worked for a number of years at a boot manufacturing company there in Oklahoma. The office that he worked at didn't survive the pandemic.
Okay.
So he retired because he'd been there long enough. He could just, opt for pension and retire. Because the company didn't quite go under. I mean, it has now, but at that time it didn't. It got absorbed by the competition, and of course the competition doesn't want that. So
Oh yeah.
I think the name is still around. He was telling me, bunch of dirt. Anyway,
I can appreciate the drama.
I'm excited because he said he wants to send me some of his latex cement. It is a particular thing they use for boot manufacturing.
Yeah, I can see that because you use contact cement with leather all the time,
Right.
and I can imagine the latex. Cement.
It's even more flexible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He figured out how to latex cement leather to foam.
Yeah.
And so all of his bracers have a really nice little bit of suede and then the foam. And okay.
I really like that. Remember when you did those magic books?
Yeah.
It's that foam texture. You can really get that with the leather and
Yeah.
the spray adhesive or the latex. Yes.
Yes. So I need to get that information to Bruce because I would love to see a gallon of this stuff because I saw him walk around the con for us. He's giving a gallon to Cheeky Cheetah. And
You're like, what's that?
Yeah,
Can I
what's
have
that?
some?
It just says do not freeze on it. What's that?
I see chemicals.
Exactly. I don't see a label other than a warning label. Yeah. It was really cool. He was really big into, that, and then he runs stuff through his Cricut and put all sorts of stuff all over the foam. And then, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he had some other really cool ideas and stuff that came from the boot making industry that he's using for cosplay. One of them was, it's called a last stay, right? Or a last stand. I think it was called a last stand. So a last in shoemaking and boot making is that wooden foot that's articulated. That's the form you actually build the boot onto. The stand is a piece of cast iron that comes up with a stick on it that you screw to your workbench, and the stay whatever the stay has a hole in it, so you put it on this and you can pop the stay out of your finished boot. It's a way of getting it to come out. Well, he took a wooden ball, drilled a hole in it, and turn that into his planisher. Like I've got my plastic one, only it's this heavy cast iron one with a big wooden ball, and he says, "Yeah, I've got a pegboard back in the shop with different size ones. I just swap them out."
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was like, oh, all of a sudden I have like lust and desire over something silly.
Yes, but you've struggled with that particular issue.
Yes.
You know what that's for, and you're like, oh my gosh, that would make my job so much easier.
Right.
So, yeah.
Then we took it over and showed Ted, which is where I got my planisher from. And Ted goes, "Oh!" as Ted does. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't realize how much you pre-squish the foam that it just goes nicer.
Right. Pre-squishing. So there are companies that do granite countertops, do stone countertops, right? So it's huge. It's the cultured stuff. So basically, it's granite with high temp
We're
resin
really
in
close
it.
to Granite Bay, yeah.
Really close. Yeah, you're very aware of this. Bruce told me that if you go there and ask if you can purchase a couple of the sink cuts. So when you're making a countertop, you cut a square hole or a round
Yeah, you
hole,
can
and
get
that's where the sink's coming out of it. Yeah. Well, those are garbage to them because they're too small to use.
But those are perfect bases for stands
Those
because they're
are
weighted.
perfect if you get two of them because they're perfectly flat and they're weighted, and you put your glued object in and you set the other one on top to sandwich them together. Yeah. And then of course they're heat. You blast heat on them because they're stone, and oh yeah. He's got a couple for like $5, so it's like, all right, I need to find a granite
Well, we're
countertop
really
place.
close to
To Granite Bay.
like lots of the mining of the stuff in
Right.
the direct vicinity of us.
Yes, we
Rockland, Granite Bay.
are. Yeah, Rockland, Granite Bay, right? Fair enough.
So there is a lot of those. Because I
Yeah.
don't have very much countertops, and I'm like, I want something crazy.
You want something crazy, all right?
Well,
What does that mean?
it means a lot of things.
Okay.
Yes, anyways. But that sounds like a fun project to go search for.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it should be.
Yeah.
So the con was great, and I'll try to stop talking about it a little bit because when we go public, everyone's going to ask, "Hey, what's your shirt?" "Ah, it's a blue shirt I got at the thrift store."
I got my shirt from a thrift store too, so there's that.
There's that.
And my jacket and my pants.
Moon Eyes 2K. So quoting me, so all of a sudden I have lust and desire over something silly. Moon Eyes then says, "Oh yeah, of course, Odin, because 99% of what you do is so serious." So for those of you who are in the Sacramento area, I've got 2 more cons I'm going to here very quickly, with a possible third coming up next week.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, exactly. This Thursday, I'm going to be at Crocker Con. So there's a Crocker Art Museum here in Sacramento, and both of us, I believe,
Yeah, I'm going to that one.
are going to be there, and Ellis and Joe may show up as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which would be cool. Hopefully we'll all be there. It's just for the evening on Thursday the 14th. It starts pretty much right around closing time of the museum, and then runs until like 10 or 11 at night. It doesn't
What time
run.
does the museum close?
I think they close early, like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I really need to look it up.
I know. I figure I'm just going to be driving from Davis, and whenever I get there, I get there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna wait for them to tell me. All right, load in is that, and that's just when I'm gonna go. So, and then this weekend is SAC Anime Roseville. So it's gonna be up at the Roseville Fairgrounds, or the Placer County Fairgrounds in Roseville, and both voice actors for All for One from My Hero Academia are gonna be there because he's got his Clark Kent persona with its dealer's jacket, and it's just his purple mist. And then he's got his armored battle version, so he's got the helmet on. He's got a much tougher voice, and both of those voice actors are going to be there, as well as 3 cast members from Futurama: Billy West and Hermes and Lucy. Right, that's her name, isn't it? Lucy, the one who wears pink.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, those 3 are going to be there. So, and a few other names that I don't remember at the moment, but those are the ones that stuck out because I knew those characters. Printed Prop Shop says, "I'm here. Hello, Odin and Felicia." Hello, Printed Prop Shop.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome. So, Chloe, I was trying to tell everyone about the Teespring URL, but because I keep setting the stream up at the very last minute, forgetting to add it into the description. So, if you'd be so kind as to
They're
quickly.
not on their computer, and and so they're doing it from their phone. They'd mentioned that earlier in the chat. So
Ow.
that's why they're having difficulties.
Ow. Well, I'm glad someone's paying attention. Okay.
Not really. I'm half watching and I'm going, oh, well, we're behind. It
We're
looks...
behind. Whatever. It's just going to be a ramble day. It's all good.
It's okay. Yeah.
But hey, we got stuff to open up at 1 o'clock. We've got a project that we're working on, and you got the project folder out.
Yeah, we're still on the, glue LEDs from behind.
Oh, okay.
So we're still on the LEDs, but we at least got them all wired together. That was exciting.
Cool.
And so now we have, since we're not unwiring them,
No, it's not unwire
we're just going to TP them.
Okay.
And we need the tubes.
So we need the tubes. All right. Well, that is a.
'Cause that's not the way he did it.
No, it's not. So this is something we're making up.
This is veering from the directions, people.
Woohoo! Into the weeds. I've got a piece of Schedule 200. So this is the thin-walled PVC pipe.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same one we used before when we stuck some. You can kind of see there's a little bit of silver tape in there.
It's a little mylar.
It's a little mylar. It's really tiny here. This is there you are. So there's a little bit of this silver shiny mylar tape stuck inside the tube. So the plan is to cut 8 lengths of this. Probably not as wide as the mylar. I don't think it needs to be that deep. I think we can probably shorten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so we're not using as much space inside of the.
Yeah, just cut it to the length that it needs to be. We could cut the tape down.
Yeah. So I can go over. I'll go over to the bandsaw here in just a second, and I'll cut 8 of these. And then what I want to do is super glue a ring of foam around the top, and that'll make for a better connection to the backside of the cyclotron, because
It'll give it 2 points of connection.
it'll just give it a lot more than this little 1/8 inch that is almost exactly what the whole size is. So we'll just wrap this with a piece of 6 or 10.
It's like you've done this before.
Kinda. And then we just need to make a plug for the back that doesn't have to be perfect. So we'll just glue it from the back, and
Just a piece of tape.
yeah, we could just do a piece of tape if you want.
The right shiny.
Yeah, we could just do that. I had it in my head I was going to use foam, but no, we can do that.
We could cover foam in the tape.
Yeah.
You could use a white foam so it's reflective,
Yeah.
or a black foam, just so you don't see it.
No, reflective is probably good. We use that, or we can use the aluminum thing, or whatever.
We have options.
We have options, but at the moment I'm going to need to cut some of this. So we've got 10 minutes until we go live.
So let's get that screaming done before
So
anyone else has to listen to
Yeah,
it.
let's get some cut, and I'm going to leave you all alone on camera.
How wide are you going to do them? Because they don't need to be this wide.
No, they don't. I was thinking about
Here's the piece that we're going to.
about that wide, which is the 1 1/4 inches, which is some millimeters. So I was thinking that deep should be fine. Maybe a tiny bit more.
The head of
somewhere
a
in there.
toothbrush, anything but the metric system.
Yes. Oh, the last con I was at, I took a picture of it. I don't think I posted it in Discord, although Splody might have. It was, please be at least 1 cow apart, because anything with the metric system. There's another sign that said 4 dancing penguins.
It's a visual.
It's a visual.
It's going to stick in your memory. That's how you remember things better, if they're odd and specific.
Right. And to be honest, and some of you probably know better than me, I think cows are longer snoot to tail than 6 feet.
Depends on the cow.
That's a good point.
How old it is.
What type of cow?
I once saw this cow named Hercules. I felt tiny because I was smaller than its big toenail. No, I'm just kidding. But it was like one of those.
Was it a big blue ox?
Yes, it was one of those you paid an extra $1 at the state fair to see, and it was
Oh.
like a giant.
Okay.
It was a huge bull. I was like, dang, that's a big cow.
That's a big cow. All right.
Yes.
It's a cow.
And that one's definitely way more than 6 feet, because I think it was just 6 feet up to its leg.
That's amazing.
But I am short, so things kind of do feel a little bit taller. And then they had a horse. Maybe the horse was named Hercules, but there was a bull and a horse.
Okay.
But yeah, cows come in different sizes. Oh, I left my
They do?
paintbrush here. Okay. 1.25 inches is 31.75 millimeters.
All right.
Just in case you were wondering. Howdy, Cheeseaholic, and good evening all, says Steve D, sorry. I don't know why I Steven him now, too.
Probably because I was just talking about SKS Prots.
No, I feel like we always mess his name up.
Oh.
Every stream.
Yeah. Could happen to Lee, too.
Yeah, it happens to everybody.
Which Lee messaged me this morning, and now I'm forgetting what he said. But anyway.
Okay. That's for foam only, and meat,
Yes.
not for plastic.
I suppose maybe I should. I've got two bandsaws over here off camera, which you can't see. The closer one has the scallop blade that I sometimes show in the videos. That one's my favorite foam one. Well, because it's a scallop blade, it's literally designed for foam, cardboard, and meat. And that's what those blades cut. Seriously. So I'm using the other one that has a variable teeth per inch multi-use saw to cut plastic.
Yeah, and I was reading it before the stream going, oh yeah, can't cut wood with that one.
Nope.
There's a sign.
It'll ruin it in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. And the streaming starts. Yeah.
So that was one. Is that going to work? Or is that too noisy? Because that's not exactly the...
Toby and Bruno aren't here
Okay.
to like go, hey, it's
to be all
time.
excited because, yeah, I'm cutting up treats.
Right? So.
Need to go a little slower, too, because I got a bit of an angle on the cut. But for...
Can't we grind it nice and flat
Yeah, we
then?
can grind it nice and flat.
Because that was like a cool trick. All of a sudden it looked perfect.
Well, we can totally do that, yep.
Yeah, I think that's going to work. And if we just bend it with the silver, it'll just give us more just bouncing light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not super stressy about that.
All right.
Moon Eyes 2K says, I can tell you from personal experience, any form of bandsaw cuts meat perfectly well. Ow. I'm sure. And the real Melky says, bandsaws make everything so much faster. They really, really do. Yes, you can cut them other ways, but the bandsaw is like just way faster. Alexander Mirez says, love the streams, gotta go study for an exam in my college class. Anyways, props to you guys making props. Peace. Yeah, go get your education, go get smart. Do you have extra foam for wrapping it around over here? The screaming stops. These scraps, or are they for a project specifically?
No, I think those are scraps.
All right, I took them from the scrap corner.
Yeah, those should be scraps.
So they should work for just doing the wrapping?
Yeah.
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 And then they're already cut into little strips, and we can just do this and glue them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, looks like I cut 9, not 8. Well, that's good. 'Cause
Well,
these
to mess
all,
up.
These all look fairly... I went a little slower, so these all look fairly okay.
They actually don't feel off, so
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about.
Okay.
Can you tell which one's fully lined?
Yes. Okay, so just to be slightly meaner to everyone's ears, I've got another fun, loud tool. I'll just do one at a time.
All right, I was like, they're gonna go everywhere.
You might want to click us back over to one.
So much dust.
So much. This is a heavier dust.
Yeah, I know. I need glue.
You do, and we need to go. We need to go public here. Let me get this done.
Alan Adams says,
Oh, you'll probably want to use super glue for attaching the foam to the edge of these guys, because I think that'll be a better bond. We also probably want to grab a sandpaper file and scratch it up too.
I'm just over here. Let's just glue.
Oh, we can glue it together with a white glue, and you know what? It'll probably last a long time.
What else did we need?
Super glue, which is the blue one.
That's not.
Oh, you know, it may. Is there one hanging? Yeah, there's a package for hanging soap.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
It's still in its baggie from when it went to WonderCon with Godzilla, so we'll just open up a new one. Two more. Yeah.
Doing the whole thing.
Do the thing. It's the thing with the stuff. Alan Adams has got a chance to see. I took the Jinx's Arcane Blaster down to the con.
Yeah.
So people could see it. Because it was like one of the best. I was able to carry a few things down to the con in my check-in luggage, like the Skeletor staff, because it breaks down. And I took it just.
It was travel friendly.
It was travel friendly. Well, I took the Arcane Blaster, and Ace is just saying how great it was to see it up close and the amazing paintwork that Joe did on it. And Moon Eyes is writing us that, yeah, it's such a pity we'll never see Joe's paintworks again, but still, we have a Soul Stone. Steve D is asking, where's Toby and Bruno today?
They really wanted to come, but it's raining. I didn't want to deal with wet dogs.
I can believe that.
So they did want to be here. And they were very upset I didn't take them.
Are we a little crunchy today?
Are we?
Huh.
Streams.
The stream seems... we shouldn't be. It says streaming high. How's the quality, everyone? My end is looking a little crunchy, but from my settings, it should be HD for everyone.
So.
Alrighty. Well, here I am clicking away, which makes it for the single most exciting way to have a public live stream with everyone. And my computer's acting up because that's my lot in life. We were made to suffer. Looks good to me. Good. Cool. Alright, that's just my end. That's fine. Jerry Rig Props is asking, are y'all gonna... well, no. Are you going to? I was local over for one weekend. Y'all, are you gonna plastic dip the Proton Packs or creature cast? We are going to creature cast them.
Because we can.
Because we can. And Ted got excited about the fact that I had creature cast. And then Ted looked at me and said, you got how much? And it's like, oh, I got a gallon of this and 2 gallons of that. And a gallon of this is... I'm still working through my first gallon I bought 5 years ago. I was like, oh, all right, Ted.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely have enough for 2 Proton Packs.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes, which is nice. And Ted said that we should use the semi-rigid. So thank you, Jerry, because you bought the 2 gallons of semi-rigid. That is going to be what we're going to use on the Proton Packs to seal them up. It takes a little bit for it to dry because it's a water-based material. So we can actually do it on the live stream for the most part, and then it has a whole week to dry. It won't take that long.
Yeah, because most of your projects, you don't have that luxury.
No, usually by the time
Dry
I'm ready.
time.
Yeah, that's why sometimes the painting on my video goes by so quickly, because I've got hours to get it done and get it edited.
It's
and
wet
get
on
it
the
up.
table as it's going.
It's happened.
Yeah, no.
It has happened.
There's been many a times we're working on a project and I'm just cursing at the time that I'm waiting for paint to dry because I have so much I have to do, but I can't do it until the paint's dry.
Yep. I was talking to someone at the con about you get your costume and it's not quite fitting right, and then you got safety pins, and I said, yeah, and binder clips, and then it's hidden with capes, and yep.
Well, that's even in professional photo shoots.
Yeah.
So.
If the camera doesn't see it, it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So it's just past noon. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Odin Makes live stream second round of Open to the Public. Hey, guys. My name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia. Welcome.
And today we are continuing with our Proton Pack build. We're still working on the Cyclotron lights. Felicia's currently putting a bit of tooth to the outside of the PVC pipe so we can glue some foam to it. And for the past 45 minutes, I've been rambling about how much fun I had in Oklahoma at Creators Con and how excited I am that they're going to put on another one in 2023. And it looks like I'm going to go, and it looks like Evil Ted's going to go again, and SKS Props is going to go again. And, if we can tease them enough, not you guys, the three of us, if we can tease them enough, maybe we can get Builder in. That would be pretty cool.
Where's he located at?
He's in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all traveling about the same distance-ish.
Yeah, so well, Steve's St. Louis-ish area, so, he's a bit closer.
He's the closer of everybody.
Yeah, he's a closer of everyone, but me, Ted, and Bill, we're all in the same time zone. Oh, cool. Jerry Riggs saying, I've seen Steve use a hairdryer on Creature Cast to speed up drying time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Moving air.
Moving air. You could probably just do it with a fan.
I
Just
know,
a
you want the
little
heat,
oscillating.
though, because you feel like you're doing more.
But is that
But
really
in
necessary?
reality, it's the airflow that's really...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hellboy RP is so excited to see the finished project, and letting us know that we'd love to see you at FanX here in Utah. I actually have family in Utah, so as far as the cost of staying somewhere, I can probably squeak by pretty cheap. I suppose I could contact FanX too, but I kind of...
With as much going on?
With as much going on, yeah. With as much going on, it might be really hard to get out there. But I'll be honest. I don't want to buy tickets to cons anymore. I just want to. I want the fast pass of having the guest pass or the exhibitor pass, so I'm not in lines and I'm not. That's yeah.
You've been spoiled.
I've been spoiled. I'm too good for that. Well, no, I just don't want to be in the line. I just
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I love being on crew because of that.
Yeah.
You just go everywhere, wear a black shirt, do what you gotta do.
Pardon me. Yep.
You can get in anywhere with the ladder.
Rented prop shop. You'll have to drive it next year to Creators Con. It might be faster. I went to Oklahoma. It's only 2 time zones away. It should be a 3-hour flight. It took me 11 hours to get home because of layovers and 4 stops. Counting the starting stop or the finish stop. It was the start 1, 2, 3 home, or no, I just made it bigger. It was 1, 2. No, it was It was Oklahoma to San Antonio to. No, I did add one to Las Vegas, then to Sacramento, and I sat in Vegas for 4 hours because the planes kept getting delayed. But it happened. I lived.
You survived. You're here.
I survived. I'm here. I had a.
Are those gonna be fine or?
Those will be fine.
That's what I assumed. I did the whole thing because trying to just do a half inch just didn't seem point.
Sure. It was just do the whole thing and just.
Oh no, it's gonna be whole thing is gonna be toothy inside of the cyclotron.
Right. No.
Hellboy RP says, I'll mention you to the FanX people. It would be great to have you as
Awesome.
a guest. Yes.
Yes, go right ahead. Go right ahead and say that. I've heard him talk about it on his live streams. That would be a fun thing to go do.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like it would be. No, it comes up, and Steve is going to SKS Prop Steve is going to keep kind of hounding PlanetCon that takes place in St. Louis. That, Odin. Actually, I should do it like this, right in the middle. I'll have to cut both sides, but I'll end up having to cut both sides either way. So what do you think, Odin? Use your words. Use a whole sentence. I've got the Mylar tape. I rolled it into a smaller tube to try and feed it inside of this tube, because trying to stick tape inside of a tube.
It's a sticky situation.
There you go.
I got jokes.
It's a little better than snowboarding, but come here. Bet you anything, she'll have a technique, and actually, it's just the first time I've done it. I'll get better.
You'll figure it out by the last one, and then you're like, dagnabbit, I struggled on all the other ones.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh well, they're done.
Right? Sticker.
I think I've already done better with this one than I did the first time, where it did have a bit of a.
Do you have
This has got an air bubble in it, though. Oh no, there it goes.
wipes?
There are wipes. If you want cleaning wipes, we've got some Gator wipes in the loading dock. They're in a big green.
I'm gonna go grab them.
Okay. I probably should get wipes for dealing with dust, because it helps a lot. And I should do such a thing for the comfort of my co-host, who's nice enough to show up. Alrighty, so I got that one. So let's see. What are you doing, Odin? Well, let's see.
Dang, these are like a giant paper towel.
Those are giant paper towels. You can bring the whole package in here if you wanted to. So sort of like a pig in a blanket, what I've got is I took took the PVC pipe that Felicia has sanded on the outside and given it a bit of a tooth, and I've got a bit of this sticky Mylar tape that I put inside of it, and I let it stick out the sides, right? So I just coiled it up smaller, put it inside, forced it through until it was all stuck on the inside, and then there's going to be 8 of these to do. Gonna end up taking and just trimming the Mylar. Come here. This is the fun of adding lights to everything. There's all these additional steps. So it's like, oh, I only have to make an axe. It doesn't do anything. Great, I'll be done really quick. Oh, I need to make that, and I gotta put lights in it. That's gonna be an extra day. There we go. So now it's all very clean, and I got the ends trimmed off. And honestly, it's a lot easier to trim the ends off of both sides than it is to pretend like I'm going to get the tape totally matched up and perfect on one side and only have to trim off the other. Of course, at the same time, it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect, but those of us with a slight case of detail OCD, when we think it's fun to have it, prefer to have things all match up and be something like this. So we've got 7 more to do, or 8, I guess, because there's an extra one.
This is too short.
Yeah, Moon Eyes talks about a number of years ago I did Stockholm to Spokane and spent more times in airports than on airplanes.
I know, meet up at the airport.
Yep, yeah. I was probably a good 50-50, only because I flew, south for an hour and a half first, and then started to actually fly west. And that first leg, I didn't get off the plane. And I have come to find that the 737-700 aircraft, their seatbelts are just about 3/4 of an inch too small to easily seatbelt over my size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 737-800, no problem. They're like 6 inches longer. Click, and I can actually pull the strap to adjust it, as opposed to, I wish I had my pocket knife. I would pop the strips, pop the stitches, and fold the end out one more so I can actually make it click easily. So I wonder if I should try and find I wonder if I can get a seatbelt and just bring my own
Extenders? Yeah, they make
extenders.
those. Those exist. They exist for a reason.
Yes,
Yes.
because there are passengers bigger than me that go.
no, we're getting things accomplished. Oh no.
Yeah. It's just all part of it. Proton Pack is just a giant backpack full of greebles and nernies and details and electric parts. And there's no way this is going to be done quickly.
Nope. That's why it's not a 10-minute video.
Yeah, that's why it's not a 10-minute video. No.
I hate it when I see things and I'm like, that took years, not years, but
Yeah.
days, months. Like, that wasn't an overnight thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You didn't pull it out of the oven.
Or the, we're going to get this home fixed in one weekend, shows. And we're going to just mash and go through it. And for the most part, they do it. But the majority of the time, it's done just enough to look good on camera. Then they still need to go back and actually get it up to code later.
I did get to work on Property Brothers, which was really fun.
Oh, okay.
And I was hired to go down, drive, pick up the tiles. They were still warm. From the place.
From the place that, okay.
In the back of my car. Drove from the Southern California up to the Bay Area.
Okay.
So that they could have them and have them cure in the house overnight so they'd be ready for the shoot. And yes, it was like, I saw it go from boop, boop, every time. It's like they were on their contractors though. So.
Yeah.
And they did things by the book. It was really impressive.
Oh, that's good.
But when you got money to throw at a problem.
You just get more people and, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was hired to drive and pick them up freshly from,
Yeah, okay.
Cause
I apologize for bad-mouthing the
No, I know, but I'm like...
reality show.
But as somebody who has to build a set overnight, make it look right, and then it has to be broken down and stuff, still gets built.
And everyone, we took a picture with the intent of posting to Instagram that, hey, we're live today, but my phone has decided that you've done enough Instagram this weekend. I'm not going to do that today at all. What, you want to use a picture I took? Nah. That's me talking for the phone, because I'm sure everyone's phone talks to them the way my phone talks to me.
To you.
That's fine. I can do this step.
Because that is like nails on a chalkboard watching. It's like, ah! Watching you rub the blade up against the edge of the plastic.
Oh,
and
really?
Cutting them out. I don't know. It's a little bit nails on the chalkboard.
Oh, interesting.
And the scissors don't get close enough to get a clean edge.
Oh, interesting. Okay. It doesn't have that effect on me.
Yeah.
If you can't tell.
No, I know. And I know it doesn't make any sound or anything, but I'm like, argh.
Yeah, but no, it's okay.
Yeah.
But hey, we're this makes 4. We're moving right along here.
Right. It's like we've done this a couple times now.
So
eyeballing this though, so.
So for those of you who weren't here for the pre-show, because the first 45 minutes or so of every live stream is set up exclusively for the patrons to be able to get a bit of a pre-show. The reason I'm wearing a Creators Con t-shirt is because I was at Creators Con this weekend, and I'm pretty much guaranteed I'm going to be there in 2023 for Creators Con. As long as there's a Creators Con in Oklahoma in 2023, I'm going to be there. That's the most accurate way to put it.
Yes, so it was fun.
It was fun. It was worth it. Now the attendance was a little low.
It was the first time they did it, so.
Yeah, I got to talk to TNT Cosplay, and they did fine. I just hope that TNT Cosplay was, the online retailer, who had a booth right across from Stephen K. Smith, who had his HD foam. Yeah, whatever. He doesn't bring inventory to sell.
Yeah.
All of his inventory goes to Blick, and Blick fulfills all orders.
Yeah,
So.
he has his system figured out.
Yeah.
I screwed. That's my
That's
popping
fine.
back out. Oh, well, there'll be a little texture in there.
Yeah, it's not really going to hurt it.
No.
We'll just make sure it goes on your pet. No. So, with a low attendance con, my fear is for the people who paid to have a table to be a vendor there. Because if the con isn't profitable, why come back, right? Knowing Jeff, though, he's going to be supportive and either gave them great deals or something. But
Or we'll give them better deals next year.
right, or just comp them a table next year.
Right, make it worth it.
Right.
Because as things grow, they'll grow.
Right.
It's in everybody's best interest.
It is.
They need a venue for selling. We want a fun place to hang out in our costumes.
He wanted a maker cosplay specific con in Oklahoma because there wasn't one.
Yeah.
Yes, there are other cons in Oklahoma. They've actually got a few. I think they actually have more cons that happen in Oklahoma than Sacramento does.
So I've perfected this technique where I make a small roll, click the edge, push it down, and then I unroll it.
Oh, nice.
So then it gets
Okay.
nicely squished smoothly all the way around.
Excellent.
And then I'm not trying to get it almost perfect when I'm sticking it in there. But then I give it to you to cut.
Of course. I was doing something similar, but my fingers are a different diameter, so I use a pencil, kind of like Hulk in Endgame, to do my version of that. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that you got it figured out in a way that you had it done way faster than I did. Because I started before you did. You finished before I did.
I also didn't cut the edges, so there's that.
No, I meant just rolling the tape in.
Oh.
I started while you were doing one, you finished it, set it down, picked up another one, applied more tape, set it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, you perfected the technique.
As I screwed it up, but that's okay.
So if you people are watching, it's
Oh, of course, we're live.
it's on the internet forever. It'll never go anywhere until, the Google servers die.
One can only hope, right?
One can only hope.
I mean, all hail the algorithm.
I have no desire for such a thing to happen anytime soon, but
No.
there'll come a point in time when the sun decides it wants to throw out a huge plasma burst that'll just smack our planet, and that'll be a fun day.
One can wish, right? No.
If we can just do it before my project's due.
Right. Well, I graduated from college December 25th, 2020 or something like that when it was supposed to, the world was supposed to end.
2022,
2020. 2012, yeah.
Right.
I was like, it was a very specific day, and I graduated the day before it was my last day of school. So I'm like, I will at least have gotten my education. I will have my bachelor's degree. I will be educated, and then the world can end, and we're good. So,
Have my full education just before.
dang nabbit, now I have student loans. I wasn't counting on the notice.
The world's supposed to end. Not going to pass student loans.
Right.
So when does John Cusack drive by in a rundown mobile home that is also fast enough to outrun explosions and cracks and jump? There's way more bigger things to complain about in that movie. That movie is a Roland Emmerich film, but that one's just the first thing that comes to mind.
That's okay. I work for Smosh, so I have no expectations of things being really working.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder if Smosh did 2012, if it would have been any better. No, it wouldn't have been. It would have been shorter, as far as the story of the movie goes.
Mm-hmm.
Smosh makes a disaster flick.
They have. They've done Ghosts. They've done...
Okay, that's 8. We're working on our last one, our backup, our additional.
The ugly one. Here you go.
The ugly one. It's just got extra texture for better light bounce.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go camera 4.
Okay.
So they could see all our new little shiny tubes.
Tubes.
I know. But if you look at a normal tube, you can really see the light bounce. And we have no more normal tubes. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, there's a little bit left from when I was cutting.
Not as shiny.
No, not as shiny. Now, at the same time, shiny versus just being white is going to give you a different look. If you just leave the white plastic inside, the whole thing will just glow and illuminate, and it'll give you a very overall diffused look. Yeah, there's a reason for why flashlights have the shiny bits inside. Is because it helps focus the beam, or it reflects the beam and keeps it a sharper image of the light source. I don't know how to put it exactly.
It directs more of the light beams towards that way.
It's not diffused. And what does diffused mean? Diffused light is the difference between going outside on a bright sunny day and seeing a sharp outline of your shadow on the ground, or going out on an overcast day and not seeing your shadow at all. Clouds diffuse the sunlight and there are no shadows. As compared to a sunshiny day.
So we're going full shadows.
We're going full shadows.
Yeah. We are going rogue from our instructions. But we'll get back eventually. Still on step 12.
Yeah. But going rogue, that's the whole point.
Right?
That's what we're doing. That's That's why we're here. That's why we're making a live stream.
I'm stealing this for a second.
No.
All yours.
Okay. This is going to be awesome. They arbitrarily cut a piece off. Wonder how well that's going to work.
Dan Does Jump says, OMG, I just got a blast of hypersonic in my right ear when Felicia switched the camera. Those tubes are doing something.
Flash of hypersonic?
I wonder if they... There's that noise. Is that the heater?
The click is the heater, but that shouldn't be hyper. Do we have... No, all the mics for the cameras are off. So the only audio going out is from our little microphone. Huh.
I think it's the tubes. Blame them too.
I'm sorry, Dan Does Junk. But, thanks for watching. Apparently now you can only
Hi and
watch.
welcome.
Hi.
Do you mind cutting?
It's Earl Grey too, Moon Eyes.
You have all the things to cut this right there.
Oh, yeah.
All the things.
All the things she said. She said... Now I mushed the end. I cut it, but it's mushed.
That's okay. I'm going to glue it shut.
There you go. Yep, we will. That's what happens with super glues.
Dan Does Junk says, I'm joking. It was just a coincidence.
Oh, okay.
I still blame the tubes.
Blame tubes.
It's the tubes.
Blame Canada.
I'm going to make a mess, but that's okay.
Just put a bead on the foam.
And then I don't have to put it on the plastic?
No, just put it on the plastic.
I like that idea. I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's plenty. Of course, you know that it's super glue. You've used super glue more than once.
I've used super glue before. It's never official until you've glued your fingers together.
You must have figured that out beforehand, because you cut that right. I wasn't paying attention when you figured it out, so good for you. I'm going to start cutting circles. Because I can, not because I need to. I wonder if I've got that set still for the other project. I gotta cut my in. I may as well just use it and not care.
I know, it doesn't need to be perfect, but I did that. Maybe I should just pre-mark them and then...
Decided I should double check that I'm actually using the inch side and not the centimeter side of measurements.
Right.
Alrighty. Yeah, that'll be great.
Did it get crooked?
It's crooked.
It wasn't crooked a second ago. Like, when did that happen?
It got crooked. As far as
something to glue it to, it's gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Huh.
No, I don't think I need cut circles. I mentioned that before. This is going on the inside.
Yeah, it just needs to be backs.
Yeah, it just needs. Yeah.
So you could just put a piece of tape behind it, and just.
I could. You know, it's really funny how much I'm really against tape. as a structural piece.
No, I know, and you know how much I'm reliant upon it. Gaff tape's my favorite. I've made whole garments from gaff tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my brain just goes, oh, it's sticky. It's a good surface. Just tape it.
You're not entirely wrong.
But we haven't even tried to put the LEDs or how they're going to fit or what we're doing.
Where's my ruler?
I don't know.
That's good. I don't either.
There's lots of them. Do you want a foam one? Do you want a metal one? Do you want a...
Yes. I want a yes one. I want a little short one. Oh, it's still too.
So, have you ever measured your ruler to make sure your ruler's accurate? Because they never are.
You know? No.
You haven't?
I don't think I've ever tried to measure my ruler to make sure my ruler. I've measured the thickness of the manufactured edge to make sure that it's 1 1/4, and they're usually at least this type, and they're usually spot on. But I don't think I've ever
even
measured
because it's always the mistakes are at the number 1 edge on rulers in general, like measuring tapes. They have these little edges, and if it's not exactly at that, that's a millimeter off.
Okay, one of them is.
Yeah, one of them's a millimeter off. Which
Okay.
one it is, I don't know. But
I know with those tapes, half the time when I'm measuring with them, I start at 1 and subtract 1 from my target.
yeah, so that you aren't
So I'm not relying on the edge to be
piece because it could be crimped anywhere. These ones are the same.
Okay. Maybe
That's
this one.
interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always the first inch I never trust.
Okay. If you're not careful, that'll be put on your Felicia's t-shirt.
Yeah. But it doesn't honestly matter that much because when I'm hemming, I get it within the millimeter, but at the same time, you're at the waistline and you're hanging from a pin.
Okay.
And you're also kind of pulling the tangent slightly, so you're changing the curve anyways. There's so many places
Right.
you can get off an inch, half an inch.
Oops.
That wiggle room isn't the biggest of deals, but I know it's off. I know it.
You know it. There it is. Okay.
Is it calibrated?
Well, this is now set to be within 10,000ths of an inch, right? Because I've got it to be 1 with 3 decimal points after it, and then there's a little spot down here where it shows if it's another half of that or not. So.
Wait, whose inches they're correct? Well, these are all your measuring tapes. That.
And this is possibly a little bit over, or if anything, the inch is right on. I'm trying to look at it myself, and it's all glare on camera, unfortunately. But it looks like the inch is just on the inside of the line, from what I can see. And now I'm trying to make sure the camera can see, but it's not going to happen. So I should probably just stop trying.
There you go.
So that's this is looking.
And then this inch.
If anything, it's a tiny bit. It is a little tiny bit over, but I think it's pretty much right there.
This inch is off.
That inch is a little longer.
Yeah. And so this one. This one's my favorite measuring tape. So it's
Sure.
How bad is this one?
Of course, we also.
This one's a millimeter off.
That one's a millimeter off.
Yeah.
And it's only the first inch that's a millimeter off?
Yep.
It is only the first inch that's a
Yeah,
millimeter off.
it's always the
'Cause
first
we
inch.
never trust the first inch. Now that we're on camera. You never trust, anyway, never trust the first inch. But also, this ruler is probably something you're going to be way more concerned
You're
over.
gonna need it. Yeah, like
Where-
those ones. After a while, if they've been used too much and you shave off of the edges, they're no longer
Right,
accurate
no
or
longer.
straight. But yeah, these ones, that millimeter. Yeah, it can matter. No, it doesn't. If it really does, just start from a 1. But then you have to math it and remember that you took off that one.
Yes, you do. And that is,
Where
I
make
have
bigger
made
mistakes
a couple
than
of
if I'm
times.
just a millimeter off than being a whole inch off. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
When you measure your ruler, that's technically calibrating. So,
Yes, well, measure once, cut twice. It's fine.
cut twice, yeah.
And Shady Dragon, I saw that you popped up with a super chat for 2 great makers. Thank you very much, Shady.
Thank you. and technically you're not supposed to roll these things because it'll stretch
Just
them
stretch
out
them,
and
yeah.
distort them. But
That makes sense. It just became some weird nervous habit that I started doing.
yeah,
and
no,
it kept them
it's so
clean.
satisfying to have it all wrapped up and neatly put away. And
Oops, I did it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
ooh, I'm telling.
Yeah, you should. See, my whole mental plan was I'll cut it to the width of the ruler, except that's not quite big enough. I need to follow the 1.5" mark on the cutting mat so I can actually get it the size that I want. There we are. And we're going to use this lovely Creatality Michaels brand foam for the inside because it's on the inside.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with the Michaels foam? Well, not a whole lot. The Michaels foam's just fine, but it's got, when you first open up the roll, it kind of feels like dry soap. Just a little bit. And it's really weird.
It's a textural thing for you.
Yeah, and it's like, is paint going to stick to this? What's going on? Oh, I stole the knife.
That's okay. You have more. There's lots of them.
I have a few.
I got one.
Oh, you got the dainty one.
Yeah, just a little knife. That's all.
It's not a knife.
This is a knife. Grusin says, "Did you hear about the measuring tape that became a king? He's now a ruler."
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, it's funny.
It is. I'm kind of excited. Later today after the stream, I've got a friend coming by because they're having some work done on and around their workshop, so they need to clear everything out of it. Yeah, she's going to bring her mini Prusa 3D printer and her filament dryer and a few other things by and let me play with it. Yeah, because she's saying, I think it's going to be safer there than pretty much anywhere else. Like, I can play with a Prusa printer? Yeah, that'd be great.
So what do you want to print is the question.
Right, I don't know. There's things we talked about at the con that'll probably be a lot of fun, and I think that's probably going to happen, but that is a work in progress and not something I want to, oh, hey, I'm going to do it.
yourself to?
Yeah, commit myself to. So,
Shh, we won't mention anything.
yeah.
I heard nothing.
I heard nothing.
Smoosh.
Taking all the extra time to make perfect cuts on something we're never going to see because it's just the way I like to frickin' work. Dang it.
I'm
Deal with it. Stuff fell. I don't know, I just heard something fall back there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, I think it was that axe on the shield. I don't know.
Yeah, I could.
It's fallen. I don't know if that was the noise, though.
Whatever.
Smoosh. Oh, there we go. Now I glued my fingers to it. It's official.
Now
We're
you've done
using
it?
Super glue. Yeah.
Now there's a little bit of Felicia glued into the project.
Every time.
Every time.
Sweat, blood, and tears.
And a wee bit of epidermis.
There you go. I read before I started my job that, like, it's if a married woman sews her hair into the hem of a bridal gown, it'll give the bride good luck. And if a single woman sews her hair into the hem of a bridal gown, she's going to receive good luck of finding a good match. And then I was just laughing because I'm sitting here sewing going, we just shed.
Yeah, we just shed.
I'm just shedding. Good luck. Here you go.
What an interesting that, you know, well, if this happens, then this person gets good luck. And then the reverse isn't, and if this happens to this, the other person's screwed. It's good luck either way.
Yeah, right. I feel it's just send good vibes, good juju, and we shed.
Yeah, good juju. And yeah, we definitely, yeah.
I'm just laughing because I'm like this old wives' tale, and I'm like, nah, we just shed. Yeah. Ugh, now I'm going to be picking super glue. That's okay. It's part of the fun, right?
for the whole something blue that Ellis hit on themselves. Yeah, it was a water card from Pokemon. My Tytac was a blue award from one of the gyms because they make these little yeah. So we both had a blue Pokemon thing on us.
Nice. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Am I doing this right? I think I am. Shh, don't tell.
No, not telling. Not
No
telling.
one's gonna see nothing.
Nope, no one cares. So one of the really fun things was doing the con and being around all those creative people and being around people who I consider my friends but I never get to see.
Right?
Actually interact with and see, not only all of you today, but Steve and Evil Ted. Yeah, I've way better spirits, moods, enthusiasm towards getting something done in the shop today than I've had in a little while.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I need
oh
to
yeah, I
maintain that.
enjoy this and I do this because it's what I like to do.
Yes, I try to remind
Remember
myself
that?
that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about it at the con. The single hardest thing to do with any project
Is give a fuck. I mean,
is start. The second hardest thing to do with any project is finish.
right.
Now,
What is it? The joys in the journey.
Yeah. It could be the other way around. It could be the single hardest thing to do with any project is finish and start. But anymore for me, I feel it's the other way around. But yeah, the joys in the journey. The weird thing that to try and keep in my head for me is, I get in here, I just get going, and I'm gonna have fun. It's the way it is. It's gonna happen that way. It always does. All right, I'm looking.
What are you looking for?
Something I want to sing a nursery rhyme. What I'm thinking about is you talked about making the lights do a TP, right? Mm-hmm. Do a peak. I know I've got some because this is gonna be a sequence. You'll be able to see it, and in my head it's a mechanical thing, so it kind of needs to be machined and not just half-arsed.
I love half-arsed, but
Yeah.
let's continue.
I'm looking at getting a piece of the 10 millimeter or maybe 15 millimeter triangle dowel that SKS Props makes.
So we already have a thing to
So
glue it to.
we have a 60 degree and they're all 60 degree structure.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm all for that. I'm like, we can stack popsicle sticks, make it as complicated or as simple as we want, but foam dowels already solves our problem, so there's that.
Walk by in front of the camera. Where's the stuff? I don't know where the stuff is. Where did the stuff go?
I have no idea. This place was extra messy
This place, yeah.
this morning.
Had a dump truck drive through it and fall over.
It's like somebody's been at like a cons all week and stuff.
For a couple weeks, yeah, and trying to get other stuff done, and yeah, kinda, just a little. Couple more coming up, just a little.
Yes. Inspiration, though. Gets your butt in gear.
Yeah. Enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Yes. Okay. Moon Eyes 2K says, if you're not enjoying it, why would you do it? Cosplay accessory should be fun. Otherwise, find something that is fun and do that instead. Yes. Cosplay is playing, so. Not having fun. What are you doing? Why?
Apparently, I really need to clean my shot.
What are you looking for specifically? Those foam dowels?
Yeah. And I know I had a. All right. Well, wanted to do this thing because it would do a thing the way I wanted the thing to be done, and it's already turning into way more of a process than it should have been.
I usually just look for scraps. I have no idea.
Nope, that's fine.
Would you have been trying to flatten any of them out or anything over there in the foam section?
That's a good thought. No.
Okay.
See, there was a point in time when I tried to put them all together into like a Blink Arts bag, and so I was sort of trying to find that bag. I'm just not seeing it.
Okay. This blade is not sharp. I want the little one. Yeah. The bigger blade doesn't mean it cuts better.
No.
It's just more fun to pull out. Yeah, this one works much better. Okay. VZack says, how was CrockerCon? Don't know, it's this Thursday. But Odin had a great time at, what was the name of that con?
Creators.
Creators Con.
You know what? It might actually be outside the room.
Oh, okay.
Because I had moved a few things out when I was trying to. Oh, that's why I'm not there.
Wait, I'm learning to heal says, I've been changing the way I think about my projects. Instead of thinking of them as work, I actively say I'm going to have fun modeling my 3D characters so I can relate in a way, Odin. That makes a lot of sense. Language does change your attitude, doesn't it?
It does. Listening to one of Adam Savage's live streams way back in the day. Not too long. It was, pandemic stuff when he started setting up his own camera and just rambling, right? And I really enjoyed those. He talked about working at ILM. He talked about working in the model shop of ILM. And it took him a couple of months to realize that he's going to work, and he's talking about what he has to do at work. Mm-hmm. And his language changed from, I have to go do this, to, I get to go do this.
Oh, yeah.
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 And that was subconscious. He wasn't doing that to himself. He was like, I get to go make this today. I get to go make Star Wars stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I 100% get that one.
Oh, yeah.
And 1, 2. Alright, so I'm adding the little things around the edges so they're easier to glue together. Putting on the glue. You okay there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm squishing these on the table so that I have a flat surface and I know it's flat.
Oh, good. That's usually what I like to do.
Yeah, that way when I turn it upside down, it's not off. It's definitely where it needs to be.
Oh, I have spent way too much time trying to find something when I could have just faked this and been done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We could just use a glob of hot glue.
Probably could. I'm actually really genuinely annoyed that I couldn't find it.
Okay.
If I do that, I'm going to end up with the wrong thing. It won't be the right...
Everybody's talking, and I am having a hard time processing reading words right now. I'm sorry. Oh, Lordy. Like, there's been some cool requests. I'm like, ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. And then it's already gone. And
It's
then...
gone. Yeah. This is why the first 45 minutes of every live stream, especially, and those of you who are watching the future may not know this, the first 45 minutes is reserved for the members of my Patreon. So the patrons get this exclusive early show where there's fewer of us and comments are easier to see. Now, for those of you who are asking questions or making requests and we're not responding to them, we're not ignoring you. It's just we're trying to get stuff done, and we kind of glance over and try and see what's happening in the chat. We often just miss it. It's nothing personal. It's just, it moves. And we've had to decide, you know, which way do what do we want to focus on? Getting a build done or 100% interaction? And we try to do a little bit of both.
We do both, but terribly. So there's
But
that.
terribly, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're just live.
Yeah, we're just
Screwing this up in front of you.
It's all good.
Right. Okay. Wait, I'm learning to heal says, yep, that's exactly the Adam Savage video that I take note from.
Yep.
And Muddy
Muddy.
1,552.
1,000?
1,052.
Okay. I remember the 5.2, so I was thinking it was anyway. Hey, Muddy.
Says nice shirt. I could have one just like it.
Muddy was one of the guys that came by. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then these things are gonna go back here.
No.
No.
No, those things. This goes against the Cyclotron.
Sorry. Yes, this is gonna
and
go
that
here.
goes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this can be glued on like this, and we put the LEDs on either side of it, which will shine against the.
I think it's gonna look great because if you look at the camera, it already is reflecting right back the light that's coming from that light.
Don't have my glasses on or contact.
So you
I
can't
can't
see.
it all.
Yeah.
That was a fun thing. Realizing also at the con that I mean, I've known forever that I don't wear my glasses on camera, and so when pictures start happening, I start taking my glasses off, or I just wear a contact at cons. But I definitely have a slightly different persona or look for the internet than I do in life, and it's 100% because.
You Clark Kent it, don't you?
No, if I put glasses on, I mean, it's not as bad here, but if I put glasses on, it usually reflects the lights back to the camera. Is it?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit? It's not too bad?
No, it's not the worst, but...
Oh, no, that's not bad. Looking at the other side there. The way it was set up in DIY Prop Shop, it looked like windows. It was just white. There was no eyes. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm not wearing glasses. And I've just kept that habit.
Yeah, because it's easier just to not deal with the glare than always having to.
Right. And also, I'm nearsighted, so glasses off, I can work like this and see everything great without having to fight the prescription.
So Richard Stroh has been asking
Okay.
about 3D printing. There's been a couple comments.
Couple comments? Okay.
But there's one right here I can read.
All right.
It says, "Hey Odin, could you recommend a good paint for 3D printing? I'm getting my, it's a name brand. I'm gonna missay it. Palesman from the Owl House I made.
Don't know the brand
From
name.
the Owl House made, and was wondering if you could recommend a good paint to use.
Talisman from Is it with a T or with a
There's
P?
a P.
P. Huh, okay.
Palesman. I'm getting my Palesman from the Owl House
All right.
made.
I don't know that. Okay.
Maybe it's talking about a prop piece of Palesman.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of that as a brand name for a printer, but that's
Yeah.
not.
It was just
The brand name of printer doesn't really matter for painting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No
What were you
worries. So good paint to use.
saying? Kinda doesn't matter. I mean, kinda does. I'm. Is Chloe watching? Which is it? You're using the Duplicolor filler primer when you're covering up your filament prints because Chloe will just blast the print. So the first coat is just really coated with primer because primer is easy to sand off.
Okay, so you over prime it.
So over prime it to the point that it would look like a
and
disaster.
then whatever texture the primer is and can take, then you can from there.
Yeah, and then it's easy to sand it down to all the peaks of the filaments, and it only takes 1 or 2 coats of doing that, approximately, and you end up with a good finish. And then once you've got a primer on it, you can pretty much use anything you want. Most 3D prints aren't flexible. Yeah, you can actually get flexible filaments, which is actually very exciting.
I'm excited about the wood filament.
Yeah, the wood filament, because it'll take stain and look like wood.
And you can sand it.
And you can sand it. Yeah, we can sand the, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we have this section on the Discord where you can go with all your 3D printing problems and questions. And there's this amazing person who runs it, who
Right.
knows all this information that I don't have.
Yeah, that I don't have exactly, because I haven't done that much 3D printing. I've done spray paint, I've done acrylics paints, I've done brush on Tamiya paints, and I haven't seen any of them really fail. Acrylics usually go on a little more globby, kind of, because they're water based and they have a, the pigment in them kind of makes them.
And if you brush things on, they typically show brush strokes.
Yeah, show brush strokes. So the Tamiya paints or spray paints are gonna probably give you a better coat right off the bat. But airbrush is probably ideal. But now you're having to buy a tool so you can spray your paint.
Spray paint.
Yeah, so spray paints, Tester's model paints, because those are enamel
Yeah.
and they've got a bit of a self-leveling to them.
Yeah.
Any of those things will work, and they should all bond to PLA or ABS or PETG. Chances are he's printing with PLA.
I have most issues with vinyls. Like,
Yeah.
plastics aren't as bad as vinyls, and so then when you get into that's when you're like, these chemicals aren't compatible. They're just not. They will not set. Why is it gummy? But that's not a 3D printing issue. So
No.
that's the reason I stray away from spray paints.
Yep,
So.
nothing wrong with that. If you guys don't know, if you were to spray paint, say, styrofoam, the classic white beaded styrofoam, if you hit that with any spray paint, it just melts. It looks like an alien bled on it. So that same type of chemical reacts with vinyl and doesn't allow it to set up. Oh, it's fine.
We got mail.
We got mail.
5 minutes
Oh,
before we
okay.
open it. Got all the super glue off my hand.
Got the super glue off our hands. All right, yeah, well, we want to start a little bit early?
Sure, I'll start clearing.
Okay. So the same propellant chemicals, the same thinners that are in spray paint, will react with vinyls. Will react with sometimes with PVC, not as much. That one seems a little more stable. But if you spray like rubber toys or vinyl model kits, spray paint, oddly enough, will never dry. The two just don't get along, and the spray paint can't dry.
It's like pineapple and Jello. You can't put fresh pineapple in Jello. It
Good.
will not set.
It will never gel. There you go.
Because of the enzymes in it. It just breaks it down.
Yeah.
But you can use canned pineapple.
And you can put pineapple on pizza, and it works just fine.
I'm team pineapple pizza.
It took me over 30 years to go team pineapple pizza, so and at this point, I rarely go out of my way to order it, but I don't shy away from it if it's there.
I remember the first time I saw it, it was I was a little kid and my aunts and uncles ordered it at a garage sale, and I was like, ew, that's the only one left? What is this? Why would you do that? And then I was like, I love this stuff. This is the best. I don't want any other kind of pizza anymore.
Right.
So.
That was my complaint. How many office parties or other things was I part of where like, oh, we're going to order pizzas? And then the pizzas show up, and I'm working wherever I'm working. I was like, oh, someone let Odin know that pizza's here. And I come out, and all that's left is effing Hawaiian.
Really? That was the first one to go when I eat it.
No, like every place I was at, that was always the one that was left over, and half the time getting thrown away. It's like, why do you guys even order this? No one here eats it. At this point, I don't care. I'm fine with it. Sorry. Pieces, parts. Actual mail that showed up. Now, I've looked at who sent this to me, and I
Okay.
know exactly what this is.
What is this?
And I think you'll probably get a kick out of this too, which might give you a bit of a clue.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there's more than just this, but this is one we can actually open up and look at and potentially play with. So there's some fuzzy bits. There's a fuzzy bit. Here's a fuzzy bit. Here's our packing slip. And what we have are two black boxes. Now, Felicia and I have been talking about this for a little while. We got a video plan coming up. So you know what this is. What do we got here, Felicia? Or is that fair?
No, I could tell. I'm like,
Okay.
how much? I could give them all the information. All the informations. These are ears and tails.
Yes.
Animatronic ears and tails.
This is a product called Cause Gear, and it is exactly that. These are motorized animatronic cat ears and tail for cosplay. And apparently this has some assembly required. At
Yes.
Creators Con, Bruce had one of these set up with this alien guy with a big segmented xenomorph style tail. It was cool.
So having that.
Yeah,
Oh my. So
I actually shot some B-roll of it. It's like, oh, yeah, I know what you got there. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it takes things to the next level.
Yeah.
You know, like having that mechanical movement, the lights flashing, but having
Right.
a tail and ears that.
Actually move. So when the cause tail has some assembly required, and I don't think I want to necessarily sit and do it right now.
It's pretty.
Oh, the
like a
packaging
rocket.
is great. The whole motor here, the whole motor mount is here, and it's got a belt, so you can put it on, which
Yeah, they
anyway,
can't see because
they
it's
can't
blocks.
see, there's just blocks and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it looks like Doc Ock's arm coming off of it, which is how, like, if you look at the making of Tremors, how they make the tentacles for the graboid. It's just the way it's done. It's a bunch of it looks like this, but they're black. There's one of these, and then there's another one, and then there's another one, and then the motor pulls these two strings, and it causes it to sway from side to side a little bit. It's just like the system I made for making the fingers in for Hellboy, only this is a 2-foot long tail.
Yeah, no, makes complete sense. Many
Yeah.
blinds still use that technology.
It
is, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
So, and all it does is when you turn it on, it just randomly sways side to side, adds a little bit of extra life to your cosplay. And apparently with the tail, you can adjust the tension. So you've either got a lion's tail that just hangs down, or you can pull it and make it curve up, and you can have more like a wolf or a husky tail. Yeah.
So you can really customize it to your character.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm loving this because I was curious on how the ears worked. Like, is it something, because with a lot of the characters, how does the ears know to move? There's a natural mode.
Okay.
They move them by themselves and you don't have to do anything. Sound mode means in sound mode, the cause ears detect the sound around you and move.
Okay.
And they will react quickly when hearing a new sound, so be ready for the next sound. This will sure be jaw-dropping at feature at conventions and meetups. Yeah, because if your ears are like listening. Anyways, and then rave mode. This will turn it up to 11. I love it. It's perfect for showing off max movement and also great for video shoots. That makes sense. So you get that obvious movement.
Obvious movement, right? Okay.
Yeah, because we've had to deal with that kind of like make the robot look like it's moving. Well, it is moving.
Well, no, the camera isn't seeing it. Make it move. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the tilt mode. So just like the cause tails, the causers move based on your movement, and this mode, cause ears will tilt when you tilt your head. Perfect for you when you want to control the ears in a loud area or just want them to move with you. And then there's relax mode. Perfect for when you want a little bit of movement without being too distractive. Cause ears move more slowly and subtly with randomized breaks, giving a natural, casual feel. Oh my gosh, that's fun! Those are like great modes. Are they moving already?
Yes, they are.
So which mode do you have it in? It looks like 3. So sound mode? Yeah, they're reacting to my voice.
Okay. 3? No, this is rave mode.
Are they rave mode? Rave
Yeah.
mode is the reaction on. I'm not gonna peel off the Velcro because
Okay.
I have commitment issues with stickers.
That's kind of what I was looking at.
Yeah, I was like, how is that going to? Oh, it's magnetic.
Oh, it's magnetic. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Discovering these with you. I was like, oh no, I broke it, but look it.
No, it's magnetic. Okay.
Click.
So why do I have Cosgear's material? Well, because Cosgear's contacted me and asked me if I wanted to make a video. So we've been talking about what character we want to do that's going to have ears and tail. And We're gonna make a build video for this costume. We're gonna talk about how Cosgears works, and we're looking at doing a costume breakdown with Felicia, so that we get some content out of this.
Right?
And then already playing with them, it's like, oh, there's other ideas.
I feel the bumping on my head.
I'm sure you do. I was wondering about that. Is how much. How much would you hear or feel it?
Oh, I hear it like there's little greebles on my head.
There's greebles on your head.
Mm-hmm. I think this is fun.
That's good. So it's not driving you nuts.
I could see it irritating some people.
And I can see why we would want to use the Velcro.
Yeah, no, definitely. I have commitment issues, and plus, these are close.
Right. We
They're
want a
not
little
quite there.
These are the fox ears, I think.
Yeah, these are fox ears. They match this foxy tail.
Oh, okay.
These are the covers for these really fun.
Right. So the Costail has these pre-made covers, and I believe there's a pattern somewhere. Maybe
Yes,
it's a
right
downloadable.
here.
Oh, is it in there?
I already found it. I was like, okay, I already know what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, look. So it comes with patterns, so you can sew your own ears.
Yes, so the inner ear, outer ear, back ear. Yeah, it even gives you for the little.
Cool.
It breaks it down very well.
So we will be working on this video. It is due in May, so it's not going to be a next week, but we will get it done. What are they saying?
It's for Felicia.
It's for Felicia. That's what, yeah.
I think these are genius. I'm in love with the magnetic action because you know how I feel about magnets. I always want them to work and they never quite work the way I want them to.
Right.
But these little motors attached to these little magnets is brilliant. You can do the ears this way or this way, but they are stuck together, so you're kind of within. It's
Right.
not down here.
Oh, I see. Well,
that make
can
sense?
we make the? Oh no, the wire is not so that you easily just extend.
Very expressive eyebrows you have there. Okay, so there's all the colors. Little kitty cat ears. And then these ones are... Oh, is this a longer cord or a charging cord? I think it's a charging cord.
That's the charging cord.
And then little
because
Velcro
these have a
strips.
self-contained battery. The tail has an external battery. You can just run off of the same type of USB battery you would use for charging your phone.
Yay for compatibility. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love this. Is this what I think it is?
It is.
So that you can have more options besides just...
There it goes. Of course, I'm seeing them.
There you go.
Just make your Mickey Mouse ears out of these, then go to the park.
Yeah, there you go. Because then it's like, did your Mickey Mouse just... Are you eavesdropping?
Right.
Sitting in line? This one has magnets in it too, so it's a
Oh wow.
more of a...
It's the Cos band. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be fun.
So, there's options here. Like, these very well constructed,
Yes.
nice materials. Look at this velvet. Look at the edges are finished, you know?
I like that all
And
the
it
parts
feels
are
nice.
flat black. They're all a matte black, a flat black. They're not, our Cos gears colors. Ha ha! No, they're subtle because they don't want to take over the cosplay. They want to enhance it. Yeah, this is
Whenever
cool.
I've had strings in camera, I usually do them black
Yep.
because you don't see them. The clear ones, the white ones.
Yeah, the clear ones will make a highlight to catch the light. Yep.
Black strings, black, matte black.
Yeah.
This is very nice. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's just like easily just took the cosplays to the next level because I don't have to think of this part, it's already done.
Right?
And then it's all the
Go to
movement.
sleep. Go to sleep.
Figured it out.
Okay.
This was in here.
So this is what just got delivered today.
Yeah. V-Zach says, those would be great at Disneyland. Oh my gosh, right?
Yeah, right?
Marius Showmaker says, I would call it Batman Black. Yeah.
Batman Black. There you go. Yep.
Your friend Waynard says, Pico.
Pico Waynard.
And Dan Judge Junk says, I'm sure you can make your own out of foam.
Yeah,
That's kind of the plan-ish.
yeah. For making ears, that's definitely the plan to make our own out of foam.
That works with that fur.
Totally would work with that fur.
So
Like I said, we've been planning.
I'm like, now I get to. So I have it built to a certain point, but I can only till I had the things in my hand. And
Right.
know what they are and what the
Touch them and see how they work.
patterns are, you know.
Right.
Because I have it all sketched out, ready to go, but I.
Right.
Yeah. I can now work on the next part of it. Yeah, extra headband. Because I like that they have both options because
well,
I
depends.
get headaches from having headbands pushing on my head right here and here.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, like an hour into it, I'm irritated already, and my headband will be disappeared if it really hurts. So the stretchy kind seems like a really nice option.
Come on.
But it's not the most practical if you have the hairdo that doesn't encourage it, I guess you could say. Because it's magnetic, I wonder if you could put the headband under a wig and just magnet through the wig.
That's possible. That's worth a shot.
Because you could also like double secure it with the bobby pin, I'm sure.
Because I didn't take it apart. Now I'm like trying to figure out how
Oh,
exactly
sorry,
the
I
package
totally
goes back
just.
together. No, it's okay. Yeah, good enough. It's one of those, gonna make a video, gonna want the packaging.
Yeah, no, you need this. But we opened it live, so.
Yeah, which is fine. It's a little extra for Cosgear. This is really cool, and I'm excited for it. And something that's fun to me personally. In fact, she's on the package. If you want to hit number 2, the person who contacted me about working on Cosgears was Hendo. So this is Hendo from DIY Prop Shop. She's one of the faces of Cosgear, and it was like, oh. Yeah, sure. First I had to look it up. I was like, are you? Because she didn't shorten her name to Hendo. She didn't use her handle. I was like,
Yeah, no, she's like, hey, yo, Odin.
right. It's like, hell yeah.
Right? I like friends. Par says, hey, Odin and Felicia, greetings from Sweden. Your stream is the highlight of my Mondays, and you inspire me to be more crafty. I have started making bracelet for a friend. Awesome. I'm really glad because honestly, when we started doing this, I wasn't doing crafting for fun anymore. It was just because I was paid to, and doing this was me doing it for fun. So.
Moon Eyes 2K dropped a SEK 200 because, well, why not?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Right?
Swedish kroners. I don't know, but thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Earl Grey.
Dan Does Junk says, you can make your own pair and be Toby and Bruno.
Yes, we could totally do Toby and Bruno cosplay. It could be very, very, very cool.
Toby's seen me dress up as all sorts of things, so he wouldn't be phased.
Oh, yeah, no, he wouldn't.
Yeah, like when they, dogs see their owner dressed up like a mascot costume,
right.
And they're like, oh, it's your favorite toy. Toby just, the giant inflatable dinosaur, he doesn't get
phased
He
by
likes
any
playing
of that
dress
anymore.
up himself,
Right.
He likes to wear his little ponchos.
Yeah, he does.
But
So from one toy to another.
2, 3, 2.
Hopefully 2. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, you can kind of see it. On Sunday after the con, myself, Evil Ted, Ace, Ted's assistant, and Jeff from the who put Creators Con on, we all went out and went to a local comic shop called New World Comics, and Ace saw this and picked it up, and it is the Mechagodzilla, and it is the Godzilla from the Mechagodzilla movie.
So this is the one you based yours off of.
This is the model that I based mine off of, right? This is a toy sculpt, so he's got a little different aesthetic, but it is the right guy. So he just kind of surprised me with it because I saw it at the shop and went, "Oh, that's kind of fun. That's the right one." Type of things went on in my head. Oh, okay. Oh, he's loose.
He's free.
He's free. Zilla's got a twisty.
You know,
What?
I say you're pretty screen accurate for this one. It's not too off.
No, it's not too off. It looks like his neck's a little short to me, but you know, I have a tendency to get picky, but that's just the style he is.
Look, it has a baby. There we go. I like it.
This is cool. He's actually got his arms. Okay, so Zilla's tail moves, and his head moves, and that's it. So
This tail does not move,
it doesn't.
and his does not move. It is not articulated at all.
Does his head? His head doesn't.
Nope, he is not articulated.
Oh yeah. Okay. Turns his head a tiny little bit. He's got the MG on his arm too. This is cool.
So, Richard Stroh wants to know, hey guys, how would you go about making a Disney version of Captain Hook's hat from Peter Pan? I made a lot of those interesting kind of style hats.
That's not a bad project idea.
No.
That's actually it's not a bad project idea.
There's a lot of ways to go about doing it. You need a good brim,
Right.
and you need a wire in your brim if you really want any kind of control. You can use a foam, you can just you can use an interfacing or you can just leave it out. I've done it both ways where you get the shape of it, but you have to sew in around the edges. Like coat hangers, I've used those before, some kind of good wire. I stitch it in fabric, some kind of core, fabric, and then wire around the edges with the circle in the center, give it a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a whole, you could, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, my mind goes, oh yeah, 4mm foam, and
I've made them out of fabric, but I've used buckram as an interfacing. Foam would make a much better interfacing, but buckram's more of a traditional millinery
sure. Well,
tool.
one thing's gonna be stiffer than the other two. Foam would be good interfacing, but it's gonna have a bit of floppy to it because the brim's so big on Hook's hat.
Yeah, so
From
does
what I
the
remember.
buckram.
Okay.
Yeah, all of it would. That's why the wire.
Okay.
Because then you can control the curls, the things, the points.
Okay.
Is the wire help? So all three of the properties of the fabric, the foam.
Armature
and-
wire. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, the wire around the brim's the
Okay.
little secret.
So Cosier's first, then Hook's hat.
Oh, you want to do Hook's hat? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
it actually sounds like a pretty good project.
Yes,
I'm
I've
liking
made-
this idea.
I've made lots of those My Fair Lady hats or those big.
Yeah.
I've made so many pirate hats and yes, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use a felted wool. You could even
Okay.
change the texture of that. But yeah, there's lots of ways to go about that.
Sweet. I
But
see a super chat squeaking by there.
Dillsbury has a $1 super chat.
Oh, sweet.
With nothing on it.
Thank
other
you,
than-
Dillsbury.
But thank you, Dillsbury.
Yes. Dillsbury's a member of the Discord. That's cool. I didn't mean to interrupt your hat story.
No worries. Moon Eye says, that hat looks, well, not easy, but all the feathers would hide a lot of crimes.
Yeah, it would. I was
True
thinking
story.
that. He's got a whole bunch of white ostrich feathers, doesn't he?
I love it. So feathers, you could treat like hair. You can use curling irons on them. You can,
Can you?
Yes. Yes.
That makes sense, but I
Okay, I love working with strange materials. Like, I like using recyclables and things like that. But feathers, I love using feathers. I've had to work with a ton of them at the costume shop, from boas to
Right.
hats to accessories.
So you've done the whole gamut
Lots
of
of-
goose feathers, chicken feathers, ostrich
Yeah,
feathers,
the turkey
pheasants.
feathers, split turkey feathers,
Okay.
the ostrich feathers. There's different quality. Anyways, but one of my favorite things to do is to curl feathers.
Okay.
Because you can use heat. You can treat them like hair. You can use a flat iron. You can use a curling iron. You can really, like those ostrich feathers.
Right.
To get them to do that curliness, you take a knife and you
Oh, like
curling ribbon.
yeah, like curling ribbon for a present.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can curl right up at that spine to get that, and then you can take those little fluffy floofs and just kind of perfect it. Anyways.
Oh wow, okay. No, that
Yeah.
makes total sense, but I don't think I would have tried that. Maybe, unless I had one and was desperate. But I don't think that's cool.
I've worked with so many feathers for the flapper things,
Okay.
And then I start to get picky, and I'm like, well, I wanted to do this. And feathers are not the cheapest, but they're fun to play with. They really are.
Okay.
They're not super, but
Right, but if you want a nice, long, good, symmetrical feather, you're going to pay for it.
yeah, it's worth it too. And they last.
Right.
And they're good. Yeah.
because good materials are good to work with.
Anyways, so
Cool.
I'm down for a hat.
So thank you, Ace, for toys. Thank you, New World Comics, for having us come by and say hi. You want to open up something that's sticky, or do you want to look at something that sucks?
Surprise me.
Okay. So Ryobi sent a few more things. I don't remember if we opened this up last time. I don't think so.
No.
But this is a box full of 4-inch glue sticks, and they're black, and that's all that's in here.
Sweet.
Full size, and apparently this is a new product. So this isn't necessarily even something that's easy to get a hold of yet, but they sent us 200 of these things.
I'm kind of in love with it. Like, feel the hot glue. It's a little bit stiffer already.
Yeah.
This is construction grade. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
And it's the black hot glue, and I'm usually, yeah.
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 There's a whole dedicated
Dedicated.
glue gun for it.
Just for these. So we'll split this up, and you'll take some home, and I'll have some. And
Yes.
this is really, so thank you very much for Ryobi for something as silly as hot glue sticks. Something else recently I saw on the site. They are now selling their grinding bits and their drill bits and their fiddly accessories for the rotary tools.
Oh, nice.
Because they weren't available at first, but they are now. So the little tiny cone grinder that they have, which is unique, it's different from the Dremel brand. That's available now.
And you like that one?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's different.
It's filled a niche that you needed.
Yes, exactly.
It fit the
It
spot.
fit the
and
thing.
it was
This
the
is
thing.
what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the silliest things. Like, the reason I have a brother sewing machine is because the way it does its abstract stitch
Okay.
is different than the other sewing machine, the way they do their abstract stitch, and it's the same technical shape, but they slightly tilt the stitches ever so slightly, so then you don't see a straight line, so it hides
Okay.
better.
And also they're just slightly off of copyright from the other guys.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because,
No one
a
cares.
zigzag is a zigzag.
Fair enough.
Abstract stitch is the kind of, it looks like a mountain,
Right.
so it's not a straight stitch. It's good for attaching laces and other things.
Oh, totally. I can see
So
that.
if you have straight line, those straight lines get a little more obvious. So just slightly tilting them more or less
Okay.
makes a big difference in being able to hide your stitching.
Okay. Okay.
Weirdest thing, but the little
Right. I hear you.
you're like, oh, this thing works in this weird specific situation. You go for it every time. Sorry, I completely got off topic.
All right. It's just reminding me, hey, I'm going to be at SAC Anime this weekend as the cosplay repair booth. May I borrow your sewing machine again?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you. I'll be seeing you Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just put it on I'll put it in my car.
Appreciate that.
I will have to remember that.
Right. I suppose I need to.
No worries. Yeah, because it's been here forever, and then I did a project, so it made
Right.
it back to me. And then
Well, it's your sewing machine. You have it
Yeah.
wherever you want. It doesn't have to live here.
No, I know. That one was just supposed to be a temporary solution, but it's
Right.
it's a little power horse, and I like it, so
Yeah.
there's no point in replacing it
Okay.
yet.
And
I just
I'm
wanted
not in
a
a
knee
position to go
knocker.
get one for myself.
Yeah,
So.
I just wanted a knee knocker, and that brings you into a whole different place. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So thank you, Ryobi, for black hot glue sticks. It's exciting that black hot glue sticks are going to be something that's just carried at Home Depot. That's pretty
Right.
cool.
And Elizabeth Mayer says, hot glue plus heat-resistant silicone molds equal cheap minis.
Yes. Yes.
And this is a black hot glue. Sorry, I'm just getting
Yeah.
excited because it's like, I know hot glue, but
Oh. Go ahead. You know hot glue?
no, I was going, but yes, I hate hot glue, but I love hot glue. It can go so wrong so easily. But at the same time, it's so easy that even if it does go wrong, whatever.
So I don't know if they're exactly heat resistant, but Evil Ted silicone molds, you can just go to Michael's and pick up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They've ran their life, and they are going on clearance at Michael's right now. So you can go get all of Evil Ted's molds for a couple of bucks, I think. And this just started happening. So, because they were 10 before, I think, when I got them. But
Nice.
these are, I still think these are really cool. I really like the idea. And yeah, exactly. We could pour hot glue into these, I think.
We
be
should
able
try
to.
it.
And actually
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it was really neat getting to see Ted at the con. And I was like, oh, I know that shape. That's out of your mold. Oh, I know that shape.
Yeah, because you go reference, how would I do it? I have a mold.
I have a mold. I'm just going to use a part because it's
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for reminding us that hot glue. I remember reading a stage prop book, and they had to make a king's crown. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
It was all hot glue, and then you stuck stuff into it, then you painted the whole thing, and then wrapped it around. Yeah.
I wanted to make a fancy mirror out of aluminum foil when I was little because aluminum foil is the only thing I have access to. And
Yep.
cardboard, cut out the shape of the mirror. I
Right.
glued down yarn into different swirly shapes.
Okay.
And then I smooshed the
Remember, kids, the red thing back here is Evil Ted's mold.
smooshed the aluminum foil over it, so it had that texture. But also the hot glue that I used would give it its own texture. So then I would add like little faucets to put the rhinestones in underneath it. Anyways, got way into it. Wonder why I do this now, huh?
Facets.
Facets.
Water falls out of a faucet.
Facet.
Facets reflect light. It's okay.
That's okay. I would have never known.
You would have let us know too. So I was just kind of having
Facet,
fun with
faucet.
it. Yeah, it's fine.
Interesting.
I've got 2 more things that Ryoba sent me that suck, and they're designed to suck. You want to see these?
Oh, that sucks.
I've got the handheld wet dry vac, and you've got. Can you read that?
I am trying to find the English version.
It's on the other side. Powerful suction.
The hand vacuum cleans a variety of dry materials and surfaces. So this is a dry one.
Yep, that's the dry one. This is the wet one. This is the remainder of the shipment because we blew the fuse using the vacuum cleaner on the stream 2 weeks ago.
But oh my gosh, does foam get dusty?
Yes, it does.
And dust does not like me.
Parts keep falling out. I bend over, pick up the part, and another part falls out. Like that. It's all the little accoutrements that go on with it. This is really cool. It's really cool to me because I like, when we worked at Smosh, we had a little handheld leaf blower and a little handheld vacuum cleaner. And it was so nice for cleaning up the tools. It was so nice for cleaning up the table saw or the bandsaw or the set. There was times we had to come out and clean up like the chip ghost, and we had these little hand vacuums to help clean all that
Resetting
up.
after blood. Anytime
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
blood in the script, I would just, because I know I need 5. And then they'll go, don't we have one more for another take? But yes,
Yes.
quick change.
Yes.
Reset.
Or, oh, the time when we were doing the video game thing and Link was supposed to play the rain song, so we ran the garden hose inside the building, and we want to go through a full rehearsal, including cueing the water, but not actually have it come on. Of course, this wasn't fully explained to the guy outside waiting. So, thankfully we were rolling, I think, because once Zelda was wet, she was soaked.
Oh my gosh, so many things.
Yeah.
So many things. I think that works.
That seems like it's going to work to me.
I need the slightly smaller batteries because then I can take it off one-handed.
Oh, okay.
I need 2 hands for the 18 volt.
I like the little, oh, so this is just a
clip.
foot to keep it from rolling. Oh, that's cool. So there's a clip. Oh, there's the clip. Okay. Right, and this one being the wet, it's got a whole bunch of extra steps. Ooh, wow, come on.
Locked and unlocked. There's a little filter
I'm afraid of breaking this thing.
and a mesh filter.
Is that me? Okay.
No, I was a little afraid of breaking it too, so. It's
Yeah,
not
okay,
just
so
you.
it's not just me. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's meant to be a tool, so I'm sure it's designed to be dropped.
Oh, I was turning it the wrong way.
Okay, so I probably was too.
Except for lefty's
Oh.
always loosey, righty's always tidy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There's a little bump on the hood here that, like a safety for other things, it depresses this button, so it's not going to turn on when the thing's off. Cool.
Yeah, this has the extra, like...
Extra waterproofing seal.
Yeah, it has a waterproofing seal. That's the biggest difference between that one and this one.
What's in this one? Oh, okay. What's in this one? Actually.
Yeah, this is just has the... Wait, sorry.
No, it's okay.
What am I doing? I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, nice. So the little attachments. I wonder if this is the 1 1/4 that'll fit like all the 1 1/4. Yeah, this is. You can get more random accessories that are this size that'll still plug on the ends of it.
So you can use other...
So you can use other accessories.
Cool.
Nice.
Yay for being compatible. I think I like that battery feel. Like with the battery weight on the... They're different. Here, let me
They
get the
are.
second one. You just put that one on. I'll grab one of these ones. No, actually, yeah, this is the one I like the weight better. Let me put that one.
Oh yeah, that's got more balance of a weight.
Yeah.
Because it's here instead of under your hand.
Yeah, this one, I get it. You're going to be like this, so you don't really... It falls that way.
Right.
But I like the weight of this one better. Silly thing, but...
I wonder if it's also with the idea that you can fill this with water, or you can.
Or it will get heavy. They both will. They're just...
Yeah. Cool.
This one makes it tilt up. That one just wants to tilt down, so who knows. When you
Well,
actually
you
use
know-
it all day, you'll figure out which one you really like better.
Right. You were saying that. Maybe that is the intent, that it's tilting down to
Yeah,
keep
isn't
the
it?
water.
Yeah. This one, it definitely wants to tilt up. That one wants to
So-
tilt hanging down.
Well, the Max actually isn't very deep.
Who are you
Still
going to
okay.
call Dustbusters?
Dustbusters.
Oh, Elizabeth Marjorie has a $2 super chat.
Oh, yeah?
It says, Adrian and Leslie say hi. OnePlus tools are addictive. Yes,
Yes.
they are. Oh my gosh.
Adrian or Arden and Leslie?
Arden?
Arden.
Arden.
Wow. Hey, Arden and Leslie. Yeah, there's some good friends from a long time. Nope. It's interesting. Oh, maybe that's all it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's just your rubber snoot for getting water. That makes sense. Cool. Cool.
Dustbusters.
Dustbuster. Yep.
Who you gonna call?
Cool.
Well, the thing is it's all compatible, so you get one, and then it's not that
Right.
expensive to get the thing because
Yeah.
you already have a
I
battery.
already have the battery, and then I just need another tool, and away you go. Yeah. I like
Right.
it. I like it a lot.
Gets addictive
In a hurry.
in a hurry.
In a hurry.
Yeah. Especially that does wet dry, so that want to dry up a puddle of paint or water or
Right. Or a prop blood spill or.
No, seriously, like this would totally have been a my kit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like it. I showed you the tray last week, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I've got 2 more now, so I got a total of 4 of those things. So definitely need to do some shop organization video here soon with
Yeah.
with using the trays and having places to put the Ryobi tools so they're easy to get to and others. And yeah.
Yeah, you
Where?
are definitely in disarray. I know where all your shit is because I get into it, but that's not organized.
No, I'm using Adam Savage's patented piles technique.
Right? But honestly, if you don't see it, it doesn't get put away or it doesn't get used.
Yeah, I couldn't find the foam dowels quickly.
Right? We totally just went on something else.
Yep.
Law
I just can't hold on to it. What?
Law to username says, when there's something strange on your favorite rug, who are you gonna call?
Oh.
This is making me laugh, especially since this is almost the right size if you can make it blow instead of suck to do. It's not, but...
No, it's just the whole idea of putting together a Proton Pack using our AOB products is actually kind of funny.
Right? Yeah. Can you see that one? Yeah, this is definitely for pointing downward. That's where it's comfortable.
Okay, so this is... I like that they put a rubberized foot, so
it sits down.
Yeah, because it's
how
it's designed like a boat. You know, it's all rounded.
This one you can't put like that.
No, you can't do that.
That one can.
Yep.
This is not a mouse. This is a mouse.
So it's awesome, Ryobi. Thank you very much for products that suck and products that blow. This is great.
Right?
This is an inflator for like
camping mats,
camping
air mattresses, pool toys,
whatever you need to inflate
getting rid of
inflatable
foam
beds.
dust.
But then the snoot on this one you can switch, and now it will deflate.
Awesome.
Yeah. So. Yeah, cool.
Dan Does Junk says, "Dang it! Now we have to get one of those vacs." Like, yes.
Sorry, Dan. Bring it on by, and Felicia and I will autograph it.
Awesome One says, "This show sucks."
Yeah, it does.
Dustbusters. Yes. Okay, that was fun.
That was fun. That was a big distraction. All right.
Yes.
Ryobi, thank you very much. Your continued sponsorship and support, I mean, of my endeavors and the stuff I want to build and the stuff I want to do. The fact that you watch the live streams. By the way, guys, Ryobi actually watches the live streams because these vacuums didn't ask for it. They just showed up. They gave me warning that, oh, by the way, we're sending this out. Yeah.
You did have technical difficulties with an older non-Ryobi model.
Yes, I did. And they let me know that the 40-volt shop vac that they sent, I've got a couple batteries. They're still on their way, so they're going to be showing up. So I'm going to have a full-on battery-operated shop vac that is the full. That's what's going to be back here behind the table because I won't pull the fuse with it because I got my fuse overloaded.
People seem to be excited. Elizabeth Marjorie says, "Ooh, vacuum packing bags."
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. Right, with this little guy, vacuum packing bags.
Right.
Right, and this one's cheap, if I remember right. I mean,
yeah.
not to
the batteries where the price is, but
for the tool only thing, I mean, it doesn't weigh anything, right?
No.
Which is cool. And if I remember right, because the battery isn't there, yeah, it's actually a very inexpensive thing. And since it does deflate, yeah, this would be great for vacuum packing bags, and it does it in a hurry.
Yeah, and uninflating everything.
And it also has a come here. Has a smaller snoot for when you have to
pool toys.
Pool toys, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I was blowing up pool toys recently. It's getting into that season. It's raining today, of course.
Of course. Yeah, you have one of these, right? Or
no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No.
You don't have one of these?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to fix that.
Yeah. Moon Eye says, "More Ryobi, all the Ryobi. Those that dies with the most Ryobi toys wins."
What's cool is there's only 225 different tools. We're working our way through it. Not counting the 40-volt tools or the new 80-volt riding lawnmower. Ryobi's making a rechargeable battery-operated riding lawnmower.
I do not want that much grass to mow.
No, I don't either, but it's pretty cool they're doing it.
Right? I just want to go on a ride and dressed up like Mario and just...
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to mow lawns.
No. Well, thank you guys for letting us go off on a crazy tangent talking about Ryobi. Thank you for joining in on the fun. Appreciate that. Not just going, why is this a sponsored program? It's thank you guys. That's really cool. Do we want to maybe try and finish the lights within the next 20 minutes?
We're not that bad.
No,
we
we're not
got
that
the infrastructure in place. This is all not in the instructions, by the way. This is all our tangents of adding foam to the outside of this randomly obscure chosen length of PVC pipe.
Pretty much. I think I cut it at about 1 5/8 inch, which is also measurable.
37-point-something millimeter. I don't know.
More than that, it's like 40-something. What I was going to say is also measurable in millimeters. So this is probably a little less than a cat toy tall.
Oh, there you go. Apparently it's sunny outside.
Oh, hey, DHL says my shipment arrived. Yes. Yeah, thank you.
James Thyman, did you see my comment, Felicia? No, I didn't. So you'll have to repeat it. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Marjorie says, the rain is done. It's sunny outside.
Oh, nice.
I'm all for the sunshine.
Hooray.
My favorite thing has just been laying in it lately. I just want to be a cat.
Yeah, just lay in the sunshine because you have a backyard and a pool and you can do that. Yeah.
I'm spoiled and I am appreciating it.
Good.
All the stuff that I have to do to be this spoiled, you know,
Right.
I have to like de-stress from.
Yeah.
So.
No, good for you. Seriously. Good for you. No,
Yeah.
no, I've known her for a while and good for you.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I know Ilana Lith a while ago was saying hi or was asking a question, but that was almost an hour ago now, so good luck scrolling to that.
Right. Oops. Samantha Thomas says, I love your videos, Odin.
Oh, well, thank you, Samantha Thomas. Thank you very much.
And we got a $5 super chat from the real monkey.
No, awesome.
Thank you very much. Did I say your name right? Because
Real
monkey's
monkey?
a weird word. Ugh.
Yeah, I think
Monkey's
it's,
a weird word, but
from what I remember, that's about
reminds
the
me
way
of
it...
chalky milk. Mulkey.
Okay.
I don't know.
To do. I just saw that I got an email from Eben, who is the guy in charge of the Crocker art mix.
Oh, nice. With instructions on what we need to be doing.
Hopefully. Oh, well, we're getting threatened. There's rain being threatened, so.
So if it's outdoors, it can affect everything.
Right.
Especially since we want to do things outdoors. But it's the time of year where is it going to be 100 degrees outside or is it going to be raining?
Yep.
Welcome
Okay.
to Sacramento.
Welcome to Sacramento, right.
I love it here. Don't come here. No. It's
Don't
too
look at it.
expensive to live here as it is.
It was fun being in Oklahoma because I've heard this before when I was in the Midwest. Oh, you don't like the weather in Oklahoma? Wait an hour. Because, yeah, it changes in a hurry. I think my favorite part, so I have lived my entire life in the Central Valley of California. The clue word here is valley. It's huge. It doesn't look like a valley because it takes, an hour or more to drive across the valley floor.
But I always know I'm going on a trip because I see the mountains.
Yeah, you
as
see the
I'm
mountains
leaving.
going by, exactly. So I can look to the west and I can see the Sierra Nevadas, and they're big snow-capped mountains. I can look to the right and I can see the coastal range, which is slightly lower and not snow-capped. But I've always got mountains to the left and to the right of me. Yeah, you go out to Oklahoma. Nope, you got nothing. it's just, yeah, it's really cool because it's so different to me.
It's the plains.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. No. Little House on the Prairie reminds me of. They weren't in Oklahoma though,
No.
but they were like South Dakota, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know Ellis recently watched the whole thing, but
I heard somewhere that
No, they read the books. But
there's
anyway.
a theory that North Dakota doesn't exist because have you ever met anyone from North Dakota? But South Dakota,
not
I'm
to
like,
be a
that's
jerk.
where Little House on the Prairie was. And I'm like, I could find South Dakota, but I didn't know anyone from North Dakota. Do you?
No, I don't know anyone from, but I do believe I've met. They had some people come out to do an event with KVIE, and I believe they were from North Dakota.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I could just be saying this because I want to be this obstinate jerk. No, I know someone.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was interesting. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know people all over the place, but no, I don't know anybody from.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can prove it exists on a map, but I just thought that was an interesting way to go about it. I see that you did that one.
Yeah. So I've got what I ended up doing is cutting
Camera 3 or 4?
Two's good. Yeah. What I ended up doing is cutting little squares of I think this is 4mm foam, and I've wrapped the LED strip around it. So the strip is just a bit of basically copper tape that's got these two surface mount LEDs on it. It has the adhesive backing, which is the little blue plastic. Come here. There it goes.
Oh, you
can
don't
see
even
it.
have to glue it. It comes pre-stitched.
Yeah, it's tape. And look, it's blue, just like my shirt. So it's such an easy one to work with today.
I am going to have to LED more things in my life now with this stuff, now that I know how to tin and solder-ish.
Uh-huh.
I will have to destroy some stuff. This is going to be fun.
So then I'm going to, so I can, it is possible to overflex the tape and break some of the solders of the surface mount stuff.
Yeah, you
and
can easily pop things, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately, since I don't have the right microprocessors here right now, we still can't
Double check that they're working.
double check that I didn't do something wrong and make it much harder on myself.
Break it somehow.
But I'm hoping that since I've done this a couple enough times now, like I could have cut these squares a little bit bigger. I just cut them as wide as the ruler, thinking that should be good enough. It is. Comfortably, it could be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And these aren't doing the tent thing like you talked about at all.
No.
These are very much side to side, but
It's not going to be two light sources, though.
no, it shouldn't as much because it'll just be reflecting off the two of them, and
I think it will
but
help
it
with the
should still-
sequences.
it should help with the sequence. Yeah. What I wanted to do was make sure that now that I've got all four bent in half and stuck onto the lights, I wanted to glue them down so they were
Centered on those things.
centered, but then square, right? Like it's
Yeah.
you can tell from the wire which way they're going, but I guess mentally I wanted to make sure it was square. So my plan next was to super glue these centered and then super glue this over it, and then we're pretty much ready to just put these into the back of the cyclotron.
Okay.
And when it lights up, if they both light up in the bottom here, it'll reflect off of boink. Here, let's make everyone seasick. We'll do that.
From seeing too much.
No, because first I'll cut the four, and then I'll try and make it go to focus to zoom, so we can actually look down inside of the light. Because the LEDs are set up so one's pointing that way and one's pointing this other way, it'll just reflect off the inside, and the whole thing should light up and just be red without a really big hot spot.
Can we just tape it in place too?
Totally. Well, I would super glue this to the foam, but
I
yeah.
would super glue it first,
But if
but
you
I
wanna
was just
tape-
going to
yeah,
put a
we'll do
piece
that.
of white tape over the colored wires.
Oh, yeah.
Because little things, you know?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. You got the super glue over there. Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay.
Eonolith wants to know, is that Plastizote Odin? And I'm going to say no. It
No.
is Michael's brand foam.
Nope. It's a good question because I like to use Plastizote a lot for the
Light
it's
reflective and
it's translucent and it lets light. It's a type of foam that lets light get through it. And no, the white foam is just the plastic the Creatality foam from Michael's
yes.
because it was sitting over in my scrap bin.
Yes, because, scrap time.
Yep.
I'm going to cut one and cut. There we
That's
go.
good. And if we want, we can probably do this on off up here. Oh, well, it's on 2. That's fine.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be on 4, but it's still on 2, so that's okay. I just gotta look and see where I'm at, so I can try and pretend like
You're doing it on camera-ish.
ish.
Well, if you feed them this way down, I can tape them after you glue them.
Wow, this is not working. Probably gonna turn that off because I just can't.
You can't bring...
I can't manage it. No.
You're going to have to
I'm
switch
over
it
here.
because I don't know what you're doing.
That's fine. I think I'm okay now, maybe, as long as I stay over here, which is way further down than I thought I was gonna be.
Adam Allen says, cut a small hole in the center of the diffuser foam if you want a single dot of light in the middle, maybe. Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
going to do the double lights just so we can add to the circular effect, one side, the other side, so it's chasing itself.
Kind of. I
We're
think
just-
it'll be fine.
Being...
We're just being creative and pretending like it's gonna work.
We're just veering from the plan.
We're being artsy.
We're screwing this up. It's going to be fun. Let's watch us try. You know?
We do have 10 minutes left. We do like to sign off at 2 o'clock as accurately as we can anymore. It was one of the goals for this year. So with 10 minutes to go, if you guys got a last thing you want to get in on the chat there, please drop a note.
Is this double sticky tape or is it just
That's double
white?
sticky tape.
I don't want to use this then. This one is what I want to use.
That's white. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just.
I like that it has the gaff tape texture.
I think it's white gaff tape.
It is.
Yeah, it says gaffer on the inside, doesn't it?
Right.
Details.
I'm just covering up these colorful wires.
That's fine. So you can't see them inside. That's actually, look at Felicia thinking ahead. The hell, Felicia? Thank you.
Come on.
I appreciate that Felicia's here to cover my ass.
It's like we've done this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will start putting this one together.
Next.
I'll turn off the box in a box.
A box.
But even though I'm going to be at another 3-day con this weekend, it's my hometown. I get to go home every night and go to bed. The drive home isn't going to be 15 hours. The flight home isn't going to be 10 hours. It's going to be 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should be getting off right when it starts. You know, by the time I
For
drive in.
CrockerCon? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So again, if you're in Sacramento, CrockerCon is the Crocker Art Museum this Thursday, 3 days from today. I've got 2 days to get a video done because I've got, tonight, and then I've got Saturday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But then we're going to unload from the CrockerCon, which will be fairly late, like 10 o'clock, something like that. It goes to a nice time. My truck, if it's raining, well, that'll be interesting. The plan was to not unload the truck because the very next day, first thing Friday morning, I get to drive to Roseville and set up at that Roseville Sac Anime. So,
You gotta invest in a few tarps.
yep. What did I see? I saw something. Now I'm not sure what it was. I saw something at Creators Con. I was like, ooh, I like that. I'm not sure what it is now. Oh, I know where it was. It wasn't something to load in with. I liked SKS Props has a 5-foot banner they hang off the front of their table.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, with his logo and his name and his foam. Because if you weren't aware of this already, SKS Props is in the business of selling foam.
Yeah, we use their foam in our Dragon Ball build.
Yes, we use his pattern in our Dragon Ball build.
Yeah.
We're using his foam in our Proton Pack.
We're using
build.
lots of foams, and we're using scrap foams, but yes.
Yeah.
We have that one going on.
Okay, so this one's a little weird because it had a solder, so it's not bending because the solder is in the center of it.
Ooh, I'm telling.
It's all right.
Don't worry, it's going on your Proton Pack.
Oh, okay. So I know these are totally marked, and we can always tell exactly which one's which.
Yeah, Will Connors just came in with a $10 super chat saying thank
Oh, wow.
you with the pair bowing.
Nice. Thank you, Will Connors.
Yes, thank you.
Very cool.
All right, this bag is not going to cut it, but that's okay. I don't think these should be squished in a bag at this
Probably
point.
not, no.
Yeah. Stephen D says, Odin, when you're at a con, do you pack your stand contents up every night or leave it out?
Oh, the stand contents for Mechagodzilla?
Well, your stand in general, if it's multi-days.
Oh,
like,
I see.
Do you leave it set up or do you,
Okay. It depends on the con. It depends on the venue. At Sac Anime Sacramento, at the Sacramento Convention Center, I actually have to pack in all the stuff every night because it's not in a secure area.
Yeah, you were in the hallway outside of the main space.
Outside of the main
so
space, yeah.
it is completely a vulnerable area. So.
But it's also not because it is inside of the building. The building is secured. It's just not where the vendor hall is, which has security and is secured. So yeah, they give me a room and everything comes down every night and gets put away. At Rocket Con and at Creators Con, that was just on the table all night because it was an area that had those buildings were secured and it was no big deal. So it really depends on the venue. Even though I'll be doing Sac Anime more often than anything else because that's my local con, it's probably the only one where I'll also have to tear down and set up almost every night. Now, I don't tear down the grid wall. I don't tear down the structure of the booth because I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that wandering off because I don't think it will. But the little props, yeah, they get put away.
Yeah. That makes sense. Schultz Division says, late to the party, but finally arrived. Hope you're all doing good today. And Moon Eyes 2K says, I assume that means thank the pair of you.
Ah, funny.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun. I really wish I had a processor set up so we could just make these run really quick today, but sorry.
You were in Oklahoma doing stuff.
I was. I just need to put an order in for Adafruit to get a couple more of the Blue Fruit Feather Mini Express.
Yeah. So, Muddy 1052 says, have a good rest of your day, Odin. Thanks for coming to Oklahoma. We really appreciate it. It was awesome to have you, Evil Ted, and SKS Props there.
Yeah, you're very welcome, Muddy. It's awesome getting a chance to talk to you.
Schultz Division says, what are you doing today?
Today we're working on the Cyclotron lights, and that was actually, yeah, this has been another full day of just Cyclotron lights.
Yeah, we're veering from the pattern. We're still on step 12. We're not necessarily doing it.
Right?
We're not doing it necessarily wrong either. We're veering, but we're still at step 12.
Now, we do distract ourselves by talking about a con. I do distract us by pulling out stuff we got from the mail.
Yeah.
But realistically, this has now been 2 different live streams of over 2 hours long each, and we're still putting the lights together. This is why I don't put lights in every single build every single week, because there is a lot of little tiny meticulous steps that go along with this that take up time for it to happen. And because it's electronics, because it's you know, they're a little bit finicky, you can, but you really kind of can't rush it, because if you do, you're undoing what you did, which I'm really hoping is going to happen here, to figure out why it's not on and working. And that's also why it's always my habit to go through and test everything every step of the way. This isn't to say that I don't enjoy putting lights and stuff. And I've got a couple of things coming up that I'm looking at going, okay, I need blue LEDs for that, I need blue LEDs for that. So it's going to happen, because you know what? Props that light up are really freaking cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Props that light up, move, make noise, are interactive.
Uh-huh.
They're just like
Color shift,
level
whatever.
up.
Yeah.
Because having the prop in the first place is fun and amazing, and then it doing stuff is even more. So, yeah. Now we're gluing,
But that's why everything doesn't always light up. Even when the prop kind of should, and I'll just sort of like, yeah, not today. That's why it's, yeah, not today. I don't have the extra 4 hours to, at this point when Joe was more than once Joe has tried to help me with gauging how long a build's going to be, right? He's like, all right, you're looking at doing this. Did you leave time this for this? Did you leave time for that? And if there's electronics, like, you need a whole extra day minimum if you're putting electronics into it. It's always the way it is. And if you're going to try and 3D print something, you need to start a week early.
because you need to leave room for it to fail.
Yeah, I need to leave room for it to fail. And also I need to give myself the time to make the assets. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't always make the stuff from scratch, but...
Anytime there was a bald cap, it was an hour.
Yep.
Yep, little things.
Yep. Little things you got to bake into your
Cooking time.
cooking time, into what you're going to be doing. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's a great cosplay. Hours of work.
Months of work. Some of the... Muddy, you saw them. What did you think of Empress Loki? What, you know, or the special lizard suit that Bruce was working on that was inspired by a passion project that one of the CG artists did. It wasn't even from anything. It was just a short film that he happened to find and goes, oh, I'm building that. And yeah, super detailed. Everything is detailed. Yeah.
Yeah. Schultz Division says, it can be tedious to do electronics, but people really love the lights.
Yes, they do. What makes a Proton Pack fun? All the little crap it does. Totally, because I saw that again. You know, it's going to be awesome getting to see the 916 Ghostbusters, but they know who we are, right? And so the interaction with them is going to be as much about us as it is going to be about what they do. And that's not me trying to be an egotistical jerk, because I'm capable of doing that anyway. No, it's just, this is what happened last time. This is, you know, you run across somebody who knows who we are, and they're as excited to meet us as we are excited about meeting them and talking about what they've got. So those Ghostbusters, when they're just like, oh yeah, it's this thing, it's like this, and really explaining it to me, even though I knew half of it, it was like, this is really cool.
Yeah. There's sneaking going on.
People are sneaking in.
Alan Adams says Empress Loki was OMG detailed.
Yes. Empress Loki had a full woven leather chest plate, chest armor, whatever. But it was all the colors weaved. It was really, really cool.
Party crashing!
Party crashing! What's this?
Friend.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi!
Hi,
How are you? Doing well. Back from Oklahoma. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
That's good.
Right on. We're
Hello,
making.
fans.
For everyone who doesn't know, this is Ellis.
Hello.
Ellis has been editing the videos and is here for most of the videos, and I really appreciate all the help that you give me. When I have my act together, I have a script for you so you can actually do it.
So I can actually do
I actually talked about the script writing process and some of the video editing process at CrackerCon,
yeah.
and actually I explained it in even more detail to
the
Steve.
other con.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
not to CrackerCon yet.
right.
Yeah, not
That's
yet.
Thursday.
This one, Creators Con.
CreatorCon.
I don't plan on talking about editing at CrackerCon unless you ask. But then I even sat down to Steve in even more detail and explained to him what the process was. He
Right.
goes, oh. Like the big one for me was like, I'm writing out what I'm going to say, and he goes, you actually write it out? Apparently he watches his back and just kind of says it and moves on. It's like, well, I did that at first. But if you're going to do something and hand it off to an editor, then you're going to want a script.
Yeah.
Train!
Oh, we're trained, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
It's so
train. cam.
easy to ignore it.
Yeah,
The train going
Oh,
by.
I do. I know
Yeah.
I do.
totally. Well, it is 2 o'clock.
Yes, it's time to
And-
get
I'll
out of
get out of
here.
your way and
No
let you,
problem.
let you,
Thank you.
Yes.
You got something? We asked for comments, and then
We got lots of hi, Ellis.
lots of hi, Ellis.
We
People
got,
are happy to see you.
Hi, everyone.
Monolith and Alan Adams and Vizek and Schultz Division and Richard Stroh all say hello.
Hello.
So that's all over the U.S. and
Nice
Europe.
2K. Yeah.
Hello, Europe.
Hello, Globe.
Hello, Globe.
World.
Well, it's 2 o'clock. Goodbye, Globe.
Bye.
Yes. So, Felicia, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you. I had fun. We are getting things a little further.
Right? Like Joe has always told me, put in extra time. You're going to be putting electronics into it because it takes an extra day. Well, we're at 2 extra days putting electronics together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to take a while. It's going to be a bit.
It's
but
all
it's
right.
all about the bells and whistles on this one.
So we'll be back next Monday. I'll still be tired because I got another 3-day con coming up. Well, 4 sort of, 3.5, somewhere in there. I'll be back next Monday doing another live stream with Felicia. We'll be here at 11:15 for all the patrons, and we'll kick over to being public for everyone else to come by and join in right where we're at noon. And thank you all very much for tuning in, hanging out. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your enthusiasm for Ryobi tools.
Yes.
Thank you, Ryobi. We've got a whole box of black hot glue
nice.
sticks. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see you again next week.
Yeah. Offer up the algorithm gods the severed hand of like.
Yes, offer up the algorithm gods the severed hand of like. And drop that severed hand right on the subscribe button. That would be appreciated. Don't sever your hands.
Click the severed hand.
Find someone else's hand. Alrighty, that's all. Bye-bye.